welcome to session 19. So, last time, if you remember, you were exploring the Oasis. But before we move on, let's talk about what happened before. So, you were on your second Lumev expedition, and if when you take a moment to think back to when it began, before the first expedition, when you helped to deal with the Kylon threat in the city and learn that the threat is bigger than most people believe, and that slowly but surely the Empire is losing ground to the creatures. You are reminded that they have turned entire forests into stone, and they absorb the life energy and multiplied. And you remember that the most desperate plea, why did the Kylon not enter the portal into Lumev? Have they invaded Lumev in the past? And if so, how were they repelled, or how is the world protected? And so the expeditions were sent and failed. And then finally, this is where you came in. You know, with the first long scale expedition that managed to return. And so previously, you had explored the lake at the Oasis. You discovered the ruins 20 feet below the surface. After using char to get a view of the ruins, you noticed a lack of fish nearby, and Pico used his octopus form to help the group get to the center of the lake. You dived into the flooded ruins, discovering quipper swarms and underwater ghouls. After a hard fight, you managed to defeat your enemies, finding an ancient shrine or temple dedicated to water. Many dead were interred there, but after further exploring, you found ancient magical items and an entire dry area. In that dry area, you found an elevator leading 100 feet below. You decided to rest in this area before continuing. And as we begin, unless my calculations are wrong, it is Rysel 26. You are dry and relatively safe in the shrine or temple beneath the lake. So I'll go ahead and move you to the map.
Yep, I've got Rysel 26th evening.
All right, let me find the correct spot. Here we go.
Oh, one thing I think I ended up noticing last session is it looks like you didn't assign treasure XP for the water breathing scales and Aquaman gauntlets.
So say that one more time.
You didn't assign treasure XP for the scales and the gauntlets.
Okay, fair enough. I should actually, I can just add that this time. That is weird. Oh, here we go. All right, so session 19, we'll just go ahead and add that now. All right, so you find yourself in the temple. Let me go ahead and place Ire in there. Does everybody see the map?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yep, you've taken a long rest, and so what are you gonna do?
Well, I believe we were going to head over to the elevator. Let's see. So, Ire, or actually, was Ire with us the whole time, or did he just suddenly wander in out of the water like Swamp Thing?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. So Ire, it's up to you. You can be following behind the party. Unfortunately, that means you wouldn't be interacting with combat. Maybe you were in a low power mode or what have you. Or would you rather be that you stayed behind at the beach and are going to deal with it that way?
Yeah, we can say that I was still at the party. I was just in low capacity.
Okay. Well, fortunately, you are an automata, so that helps because the Quippers wouldn't have been interested in you. The ghouls would have been, but we'll just say they were busy with the rest of the party. And you didn't have to breathe underwater, so you could have just stood there. So it works out. Alrighty, before we begin, Ire, did you want to ask the group anything since you weren't really paying attention the last couple of sessions? Maybe is there anything your character would want to know?
I think you gave a pretty good summary before. I think it's.
One thing I guess is Ire probably hasn't leveled up yet.
Oh yeah. Is that I'm level 4. I don't know if I need to do a level up or.
Yeah, so for what I remember, last session you got 500 experience points, and the session before you should have got 500 experience points. So you should have 1,000 more experience.
Right.
Yeah, I gave him his updated total, but yeah, he never got an opportunity to do his actual leveling up stuff during the long rest in Mavin.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Ire, do you want to deal with that now, or do you want to wait?
I mean, I can work on it while we. I can just kind of. I don't think it's anything too crazy. I can just kind of throw it in as we go.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so what does everybody do?
Well, I guess we can go ahead and make our way over to the elevator.
All right.
Alrighty.
Jeez, Ragu's already ready to jump.
All right, so everybody just stack up, and I will just move you down there.
Did we already do all of our short rest stuff, hit points,
Oh
hit
no, I
dice,
didn't.
everything, people?
I didn't do hit.
Yeah, make sure
thing.
you guys do that before you're continuing.
Because I'm honestly, this is just sorry. These is just what I am thinking, but with what we were told about the little ceremony you were able to figure out there, Galen, there might be a bunch of undead down there. Just to make
No,
sure we're all
probably.
good on hitty points.
I'll roll one hit die then. Why
Okay.
not? How much was that?
You sure you don't want to roll 2 hit die?
Oh no.
Wait, does his healing advantage count for him as well?
I don't think
Not
it counts
for
as
not for hit die,
dice.
no. It just counts for a skill.
Okay.
And we only get hit dice back when we complete like a full week
Yes.
long rest. Oh, gross.
Now, for what it's worth, there's a good chance we're going to be taking a long rest here at this Oasis.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use another then.
Yeah, so just to make sure it's clear, the way it works is that if you're taking a long rest, you have to be in a safe area, and most of the places you've been are not safe, even if you cleared them out temporarily. However, the Oasis, from what you can tell, is a safe area. There's plenty of food and water, so it is one of those areas where you can take a long rest. However, you're limited on what you can do with your downtime because you don't have access to training and facilities and all that stuff. All right, so are you guys ready to go down the elevator?
Yep.
Cool. So actually, I'm just going to do this. Make it simple. Anyway, you go down the elevator. You can you hear the rickety chains slowly lowering you down 100 feet, and it lowers you into a large cave. And the center of the cave is a pool that glows with blue light. Caustics dance across the ragged surfaces. Stone pillars support the ceiling. Ancient stones cover the ground, giving way to small stones and dirt toward the walls. A small passage leads to the west. Glowing stones, similar to the ore you found previously, can be seen near the cave walls in various places. And as you look around, shadows seem to move in your peripheral vision, but seem to vanish as you attempt to gaze in their direction. So what do you do?
Oh, wow, a hole. Those are never bad.
I think we should proceed with caution. Let me investigate. The last time we had these little holes, it was the little slime balls that ran out.
Okay. So yeah, as you approach the water, you can see that it is clear, but it is giving off the blue light. Oreo, as you proceed to the south, you feel a chill, and your fur stands up on your arms.
I very cautiously proceed to the first hole here.
Okay.
My bad.
Weapons ready.
You look inside and you see it's hard to tell because it seems to be rather deep, but you see black shapes squirming around at the bottom. And as you do so, as you're looking, you feel a presence behind you, but then you turn around to look at it and there's nothing there.
Jibby jibbis.
That's unfortunate. Does somebody want to do some detect magic stuff?
Yeah, I can take 10 minutes and ritual cast that.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared of this place. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
so
lie.
everybody stop moving.
Uh,
Ragu, as you begin to your detect magic, shadowy shapes suddenly solidify as the magic words escape your lips. And I am going to need everybody to roll initiative.
that's unfortunate.
No magic.
Yeah, I guess there's no magic allowed down here. We'll have to remember that. Well, except for like right now, because we're gonna need to kill.
Well, if I cast a spell, is it just going to summon more of them?
I guess there's
We'll
only
have
one
to
way to
find
find
out.
out.
Has everybody rolled initiative?
Nope. All right, now I have.
Yes.
Okay. So let me go ahead and sort.
Unfortunately. Very
We are
unfortunately.
on round one. And Oreo, you see these shadowy figures that have suddenly solidified. You see that they are headless and they seem to be made of shadows themselves with these just this radiating necrotic energy. So what are you going to do?
I'll go ahead and shoot it with my arrow and see if it does anything.
Okay.
Whoa, wait, what?
What's wrong?
Oh, sorry, no, I need to go all the way down. Okay. Yeah, 14 does it hit? I'm hitting the one down here.
The question is it magical or non-magical?
No, there's no magic to that.
So it does pass through, and it seems to displace it slightly, but you get the feeling it's going to be doing less damage than you would normally expect. So go ahead and roll your damage. So it does 4 damage as it passes through.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Ire, you see these shadows, and you saw Oreo shoot one, and you saw it had a small effect, but fairly minute. So what are you going to do?
All right. I'll come up to this shadow number 3. It's my newly acquired ability to attack twice
Cool.
and hit shadow 3. It's my flail. See if that does anything.
Is it magical or non-magical?
Oh, speaking of, actually, before I do that, I will use. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Jeremy, did you apply the damage to the one in front of Ragu or the one that I pointed to down here?
Oh, my bad. I apparently applied it to the wrong one. Okay, I'll fix it. There you go.
So actually, instead of moving and attacking, I'm gonna move and use sacred weapon, which will imbue my weapon and make it act as a magical weapon and emits a light.
Okay, so it enchants your current weapon, or it creates
Yep.
an. Okay,
No, it's gonna. Yeah.
go ahead then.
No, that's it. I have to use it as an action, so that's my turn.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Galen. Ire ran up after causing his weapon to glow. What does your weapon look like when you cast that, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's just glowing, emitting light for 20 feet.
Like a bright white light, or is it colored, or?
Yeah, just a bright white light.
Okay, so you see his flail glowing brightly white. So what are you gonna do, Galen?
Oh, I think that's awesome. I'm gonna help him out. I can only really see one shadow, and that's shadow 3. Actually, I can see shadow 2 as well. Well, it seems like they're about to beat up Shadow 3. I'm gonna shoot Shadow 2 with a firebolt then.
Okay.
Wow. I clicked. I don't know why it's.
And that hits.
Oh,
However,
I don't know why I have advantage. You can use
that's
the
fine.
13
You
if
got the
you want.
24 as the first value, so that's what we're using. So it does hit, but it seems like it's not as
No, not.
effective as you expect it to be. So go ahead and roll damage.
But fire is light. I guess it's radiant. We need radiant.
All right, so it does 4 damage.
I don't think I have any radiant spells. I'm kind of a shadow kind, you know what I mean?
Yep. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Devok, you can see at least 2 of them, if not all 3. So what are you gonna do?
Um, I guess I'll stab. Wait, where's this? You said 3? Hold on.
You might only be able to see 2, which is fine. If that's what your character can see, then go for it.
I'll move there and then I'll stab it.
Okay. Is your weapon magical?
Yes.
Fair enough. So go for it.
Does Ire's glowing sword change the lighting in here?
That's a good point. Ire, do you have dark vision?
I do because of the.
Okay, that's fine. I'll place a light myself then, so don't worry about it.
Alright.
Dynamic lighting. Here we go. And I don't know how bright it is. So
It's
we'll
20 foot radius. Is what
Oh,
it is.
20 foot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I added a new light to represent Ire's light. Actually, I should probably place it better than that. Let me place it on Ire. There we go. Okay. Anyway, back to Devok. Go ahead. Okay, that's 15, and that hits.
Yes. For 9 damage.
Yep. Good solid hit. Best hit on one of these so far.
And that's my turn.
All right. So Shadow 3, seeing all the figures around it. So what happens is he fades. You can still see him. However, he passes right through you. And then once he stops, he seems to become solid once more. Pico, you have a shadow standing in front of you, and in the back of your peripheral vision, you can see one approaching from behind. So what are you going to do?
Well, I am going to go ahead and start retreating, and I am going to Booming Blade this guy as I go past.
Shadow 3?
Yeah,
Okay, go for it.
no, I shouldn't have minimized that.
And what kind of magic is Booming Blade?
I believe it's Thunder.
Okay, so as it strikes, you notice that the magic seems, it does work, but it seems to be less effective. So basically what that means is your sword, since it's magical, or your weapon, sorry, your claws, since they're magical, will do full damage, but the magical component will do half. Okay. And then go ahead and does that include the booming blade part?
That's the roll to hit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, that hit.
All right. That's the weapon damage.
Okay, so that so you do 6, and now go ahead and roll your booming blade damage, and we'll do half of that. Okay, so it's 1. All right, so yes, you notice that they seem to be resistant to several types of magic, and they're definitely resistant to non-magical attacks. And you've gotten close enough to their AC that you now know it is 11. Is that the end of your turn?
Nope, because I am still backing up. Let's see. Oh, there's the other one. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull to here.
Fair enough. All right, Shadow 2. 3, 4, 5, 6. It floats over to Oreo, being the closest, and it is going to attack. So it does a withering touch. As it reaches towards you, does a 16 hit?
I'm using my reaction to do. Oh, I can't do it on this one. So yeah, I'll take it, but I'll do uncanny dodge, so half damage.
Okay, so you take 7 points of damage after reducing it by half.
Okay.
All right, Ragu, you notice that one of them attacked Oreo, the other attempted to get behind Pico. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to go ahead and be stepping right out here, and I'm going to wait again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 there, 2, 3, 4 there. I'm going to fire upon Shadow 2.
Okay, what are you firing?
Come on.
Necrotic Blast?
Yeah.
All right. You hit it with Necrotic Blast, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Like, it seemed to absorb the blast. Is that the end of your turn?
Gonna do. Yeah, I don't have a bonus action with that, but yeah, it was either gonna do full damage or no damage. I just wanted to see.
Fair enough.
All right.
All right. Let's see. 2, 3. Okay. All right. So another shadow 2, 3, 4 moves around the corner and moves right up to you, Ragu, and attempts to do his withering touch. Does an 18 hit? Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that one. I was trying to decide whether or not to proc shield.
As it touches you, you feel your skin withering under its touch, and you suffer 23 points of damage. All right, so we are now in round 2. Oreo, you are close to the horrifying visage of one of these creatures. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13. You fail, meaning that you are frightened for 1 minute. However, when it comes to your turn, you can attempt to remake that save in order to break out.
But I'm only frightened of that creature, right?
Yes.
So can I still have my turn?
Yep, it's still your turn.
Bonus action to disengage. Can I do that even though I'm frightened?
Absolutely. Getting away, you're more incentivized to do that than normal, so go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up to here and hit Shadow 1 with my +1 dagger.
Okay. That hits. And since it is technically magical, it does full damage.
That and that.
So 21 damage, or 22 damage, sorry. So yes, he looks like he's at about half health. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. Ire, you're standing near the horrifying visage of one of these creatures. Go ahead and make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
You fail, which means that you were frightened for up to 1 minute. And basically means being frightened means you need to get you need to run away from the thing.
All right. Am I able to run through him this way?
I'm pretty sure running through him would be the last thing you'd want to do. So no, you'd have to run away from him.
All right.
You can take a disengage if you so want, or you gonna.
Oh, yeah, I'll take an action to disengage.
Okay, fair enough. So you get 1 action of movement then.
Okay.
Okay. You can still Oh, you took a disengage. So yeah, I guess that'd
Yeah,
be the
that's
new
my
turn.
yeah, that's both my actions.
Cool. All right, Galen, you're fine at the moment. You can see, though, that Ayer's running away from one of them, and Oreo ran away from the other. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, these people have weak wills. I'm gonna shoot a firebolt over Oreo's shoulder at the shot of 1.
Okay. You remember that your firebolt will do half damage.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna step into Oreo's square, and I'm gonna use my shocking grasp. Maybe lightning is something they don't like.
Fair enough. As you do so, you notice it doesn't have the same effect that you were expecting. Go ahead and
I
roll.
didn't even roll yet. Hold on, hold on. Sorry, my character page is like glitching out. I'm gonna have to reload it. Sorry about that.
That's a
Have
hit.
the normal
So it
effect.
is resistant, so it takes 2 damage.
God, what are they not resistant to?
All
All
right.
right. As long as he got hit by it, though, I can back up safely.
That's true. That's the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right, Devok, you can see that people are starting to run away, but you can see one near you has less than half health. What are you going to do?
I'll stab it.
Okay. Go for it. That's a hit.
Nice. 5 damage.
Yep. Solid 5 points. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. Shadows 3, seeing the advantage, goes for it. Let's see. He is going to do his Withering Touch. He should have advantage, but I don't see the thing, so I'll just roll. Oh, there it is. But with the 17, that's still not good enough from what I remember. Oh, wait, you don't have your armor. Is 17 hit without your armor?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I forgot that we have no armor on.
And oh, sorry, take the first one. So yeah, as he touches you, your skin begins to wither, your scales falling off, and you take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
All right. Pico, you can see that Devok is surrounded. You can see that Oreo ran away from one of them, is attacking another, and Ayer has ran away into the corner. What are you going to do?
Alright, I'll scoot over here. And I don't really have any good alternatives, so I guess I am going to just go ahead and continue with Booming Blade.
Okay. That's a hit. Okay, so 9 points of damage from your claw, and 2 points of damage from your booming blade.
Alright, and okay, I do not want to stick around here. I will come back over to this spot.
Fair enough. All right. Well, one of these shadows heads directly toward Ayer and is attempting his Withering Touch, but with an 8 fails to land it. And Ragu, the horrifying visage of one of these shadows is before you. Go ahead and make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. You make it, intent to kill it, so go ahead and take your turn.
It's in my character to stare down Hellhound, so
Yep.
we're going to. Okay, we're gonna use our dagger and booming blade it. So this will be to hit.
Okay, is that dagger... wait, you're using Booming Blade, right?
Yeah, it's just
So-
I don't have booming blade attached to the dagger, so I'm gonna have to roll a separate D8.
Yeah, that's
right now.
fine. So what happens is like Pico, you do full damage with the dagger and half damage from the Booming Blade due to the thunder resistance.
Got it. Okay, so my first dagger went ahead and sunk in with 5 piercing,
And
and
you hear a scream as the shadows break apart and fade away.
all right, finally killing the motherfucking next. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, yeah, I'm gonna have to help Ire here. 1, 2, 3, 4. My bonus attack is gonna have to be just a standard because I don't have another.
Okay. So yeah, so the hit's normal, but you do have damage.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't have another cantrip.
But you do have advantage.
Oh, excellent.
Okay, it's a hit. So 2 points of damage. Is that the end of your turn?
That is.
All right, so the beginning of round 3. Oreo, you feel that sense of fright that was bothering you kind of fade away. So what are you going to do?
Oh, it fades. I don't have to roll.
It did because because 2 of those creatures got destroyed, and the third one is too distracted. So yes, it's gone.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and move over to here, and then hit it with the +1 dagger.
Okay, go for it. Critical hit.
Nice.
So
Plus
15 plus. So it'll be 29, which is exactly what you needed to kill it. Literally. It fades away. Is that the end of your
cool.
turn?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Ire, the one you were frightened of is different than this one. In fact, it's dead already. So you can go ahead and take your turn. What are you going to do?
All right.
Swing away, my
I'm
friend.
gonna take 2 swings at the
An
shadow being in
advantage,
front of
my
me.
friend.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
hey,
Oh.
yeah.
Yep.
Hmm. Well, I already rolled it. It's fine.
Well, go ahead and roll again on the 25, just in case it turns into a 26. Otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right. So you're using a non-magical flail, right?
No. Since it's
And your
Magic
glowing
spell's
from
still
my
active. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead then. All right. So what is that? 19 and another 4, so that'd be 23. Really good hit, but it's still alive. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. It's fine.
I actually should have. I'm going to go ahead and do it now because I should have done it last time. Go ahead and make a DC 13 Wisdom save to see if you're frightened.
Oh, right.
It should happen every time, but I forgot. So you are frightened. We'll go ahead and keep the hits because I forgot, but you are definitely frightened. So you have to spend your movement to try to run away.
All right.
And unfortunately for
He
you,
gets an opportunity
it
attack.
gets its opportunity attack. Oops. Which is part of the idea, but a 12 fails to hit. All right. Galen, you can see that there's one of the horrifying creatures left, but he is nearly dead. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna use shock and grasp on it so it stops getting those opportunity attacks.
Okay,
Okay.
that hits.
Nice. Hopefully I deal okay damage this time.
So it looks
That's
like
alright.
4 damage.
And then
And
I'll
he is nearly dead, or dead again, I guess, but he's still alive.
I run away.
All right, Davak, you see that there's one of the shadows left. What are you going to do?
I guess I'll stab it again. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. That's a hit. And it fades away.
There we go.
So that is the end of the combat. So let me reset everything. All right, so you just eliminated its shadows, and as you were fighting them, you noticed that they had similar proportions to the humanoid statues and bodies that you've seen so far. However, they were headless. So, what are you going to do?
Well,
Headless.
might be something related to my weird dreams about, or not dreams, but visions about people like doing experiments. I'm not sure though. First of all, does anybody need healing, Ragu? Should I give you a dose?
I'll take a dose, yes.
Okay.
So, real quick, Ire, the stairs lead to a large cavern. You see evidence of caves, cave-ins, and destroyed structures, though 3 remain intact. Another glowing pool illuminates the cave in blue light.
Hmm.
And you see the 3 structures each have a stone door with a handle that is currently closed. Pico, in the small cave room you've entered, you see one of the pieces of ore, and you see a pillar holding up the ceiling, but you don't see anything else that stands out.
Oh my god. Uh, do we know anything about these pools?
I don't think we've been down here yet. Where did you guys go?
To the left down the stairs.
And Ragu,
Okay.
unfortunately, you never got a chance to finish your detect magic spell.
Yeah, probably don't want to try and cast it
No.
again.
I'm curious about these pools.
Well, you should look into it. That's what you always do in a reflecty pool.
Yeah, that's true. I want to look into the pool.
So,
Okay.
hold on, I have to adjust my
You
thing.
you stare deeply into the pool. Ire and Galen, gonna have both of you make wisdom saving throws.
We're pretty wise for doing this, I think.
Nice, guys.
True.
Seriously.
I'm pretty
I
wise.
probably should already pass just for doing this insanely smart action.
So
Totally.
Ire,
I can use favored by the gods if I need to.
yeah, sure, go ahead.
I wouldn't use
Okay.
it yet. Don't use it yet.
So Ire,
Don't.
you're staring into the pool, and you feel yourself drifting, but then you shake your head, and you look around, kind of confused.
I don't know if I want to drift. IR.
So you're gonna do favored by the
Well,
gods?
uh. Well, now you have me curious. Yeah, I have friends here. Let's see what happens.
Okay, Galen, you find yourself drifting. You look down and you see the bodies of yourself as it collapses to the ground, and of your allies, and you find yourself being drawn first upward and then downward, and and then you see as your friends pass you by as you sink into the ground, and everything starts to go dark. What do you do?
Okay. I.
what do I see?
You see his body collapse to the ground. He's staring at the pool, and then
Oh, wow.
suddenly he collapses.
I try to
Uh-oh.
go back up. I want to be with my friends again.
Okay, go ahead, and I guess this would be an action. So go ahead and do a wisdom check.
I liked the religion. I liked where you were going with that one, but all right, wisdom check. So not a saving throw, but a check.
That's
I
correct.
guess it doesn't make a difference. I'm so
Okay.
wise.
Suddenly,
I'm so wise.
you're drifting, you're sinking, and then you fight it, and suddenly you find yourself on the floor of the cave, looking at the ceiling.
Huh.
Galen,
Bad
Hello?
pool. Not a good pool. I don't
happened?
advise looking in it.
I was
Really?
fine. I was just looking in the pool and I look up and you collapsed.
The pool dragged me downwards. It tried to take my
Oh.
soul.
I mean, you were here the whole time, and
Yeah. Unfortunately for the pool, I'm extremely wise and mentally fortituded. So we're good.
Fortitude.
Fortituded. You know, like the descriptor of fortitude. I don't know.
So these you said these are steel doors with handles? Are they
yeah.
They're
locked?
stone doors with handles, yes, and they are not locked.
Oh, I want to open the door.
Well, okay, we should probably wait till everybody else gets here, and I'm gonna back
How
up.
Guys, come
about
here! I found a
healing?
door.
Why don't you heal Devok
I
first
found a
before you
door.
like dip into any other pools?
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
Devok,
Isn't there more than one door?
There's
Yes.
three
Yeah,
doors.
Devok,
There's actually two doors down.
you get 7 hit points plus your hit dice.
Oh, nice.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh yeah.
it's plus
Okay, hold
the
on, I need
maximum number of hit dice.
Yes,
to be
Yes.
clear.
I should be clarifying that.
Yes, sir. Hold on.
So that's 2 more.
Good.
This one is on half.
All right, everyone gather around. We're going to do the grand unveiling of what's in the door.
Do the door.
All right.
I open the door.
Okay. You open up the door to the north,
Wow.
and inside you see a small room covered in cobwebs and petrified wood debris. The
Careful.
walls were clearly painted once, though worn with time. You can make out a scene where humanoids rest surrounded in luxuries. 2 open sarcophagi line the back wall with humanoid skeletons inside. One, yeah, that's what you see.
So,
What do
yeah.
you do?
Don't touch the bone.
Hey guys, if I
I'm
know,
not touching the bones. I'm
yeah,
just
if
seeing
I know
in-
anything about sarcophagi, at some point while we're down here, these corpses are gonna rise. So,
All right, Oreo, what were you saying?
Is there anything in there interesting in the sarcophagus?
Oh,
As you go to
no.
look, because of your passive perception,
No.
you notice that one of the skeletons on one of his fingers has a gold ring.
No.
hey, everybody that's entering the room right
Don't
now.
touch the bone.
Hello, I just want to make an announcement. These are This is a ancient religious burial, and touching this would be sacrilege. So I would ask you all to not disturb the
The
remains.
bone.
Take
Don't
the
touch
ring.
the bone.
I will have to do. Hold on. Let's do this just to
In
be
fact,
fair.
I am going to move on because I don't think we
Sorry, I
should.
touched the
Oh,
gold
You touched
ring.
the bone. No.
All right, Oreo, you pull the ring off the finger. The ring is slightly warm to the touch,
Oh,
but
of course it
otherwise
is.
nothing else happens.
all right.
His soul is in that ring or something.
Let's go investigate the next room because this place is. Wait, I want to do it once over actually first, and
I definitely put the gold ring into my pocket.
kind of like look
Okay.
around the room for anything.
Oh, we can look at the paintings. Try and see what's going on in the.
I like how your token is like flipping.
Well, because I have to look at everything.
He's looking around the room. He's
All
doing
right,
Don't
so
you
Ire, you're looking
understand?
around the room, and you see in the debris, you uncover several decanters, bowls, and other objects, mostly smashed or broken beyond recognition.
very good.
And then what about the paintings? Is there anything else special about them besides just the rich people things?
You're looking at them, and they seem, from what little you can see, they seem to be depictions of aquatic life.
Okay.
But like I
Cool.
said, they're worn with age, so there isn't much left.
Well, there are fish here, so I guess that says something.
Okay,
You guys are freaking out for nothing. I go ahead and open the next door.
Oh God.
fair enough. You open up the door,
Oh, hey, more sarcophagus.
No, no.
and you see another small room covered in cobwebs and petrified wood debris. The walls here are also painted, though worn with time. You can make out a scene in the paintings with humanoids, arrests surrounded by luxuries, and you also see aquatic life.
And
3 open
fishies.
sarcophagi line the back of the room with humanoid skeletons inside.
I'd like
Please
to
leave
look
the bones
inside.
alone.
Okay, you
I would
look
like
inside
to,
one of them, and you see that one of the skeletons seems to be wearing a bright green cape that is in perfect
No,
condition.
leave the bones alone. You
I'd
don't
like
need
to
a
make
cape.
I'd like to make another reminder that these are ancient burial ruins, and we should not disturb the possible religious nature of these burials. Thank you.
And as you look, Oreo, you notice that the cape doesn't even have dust on it.
Oh my god. It's like perfect. Guys, you guys
Oh
are
my
freaking out for
God.
nothing. Look at it's like
No, no.
amazing
Don't you already
condition
have a
here.
cape?
Do we?
Don't you have a cloak or something?
That's not as fancy as a bright green cape.
Hmm.
It's all
I'm
about
leaving. I'm leaving. This doesn't interest me anymore.
And Oreo, as you're looking, it's such good condition that you're convinced that it must be magical. All right, you open up another room. This one a bit larger. 5 open sarcophagi line the walls with humanoids inside. As you look into the room, your skin tingles and you see shadows in your peripheral vision. And because you've already entered, I am going to need you to roll initiative.
I did nothing. I left it alone.
All your fault.
Tell that to the rest of the people.
Yeah, the other one's awakened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, what are we're rolling initiative? I was messing with my sheet.
Yep.
That's what triggered it. You shouldn't have
Oh,
messed with your
I'm
sheet.
sorry, guys.
All your fault.
Anyway, once Pico entered the room, 2 shadows rose from 2 of the sarcophagi.
Oh yeah, because we're stealing from them.
So,
What?
has
Nah.
everybody rolled?
Yeah, I think maybe we need to leave. This place is not friendly.
Let me make sure we're all
There's
good.
so many goodies though.
Yeah.
All right, Ragu, you see 2 shadows have risen. What are you going to do?
Um, round 2, assholes. Wait a second. I can't tell exactly where Pico is. Is he in for the
That lines up for advantage.
that does? Good. Okay. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Advantage. Boomin' Bladin.
Go for it. That hits. Like last time, the blade does full damage, the magic does half. Okay, so he
Okay,
takes
so
6
that's-
points from that.
And
2 points.
2 points.
All right, it definitely affected him, though. So was that the end of your turn?
Yes, because with a cantrip, I can't do a bonus attack, can I?
Nope. All right, Devok, you can hear the sounds of combat coming from this direction. What are you going to do?
Move. I cannot see into that room.
That would mean it's dark, and if you don't have night vision or a light source, then yeah.
My only light source is Galen. I don't think I can do anything here. I'll just put down a let's hope this doesn't kill us, but I'll just put down a corruption
Okay.
in front of me.
So they have -2 to attack. The enemies have -2 to attack.
Yes.
Fair enough. All right, Ire, you can hear the sounds of combat. What are you going to do?
Rush to help. 4, 5. Come up behind Shadow 4.
Okay.
Give me no 1, 2.
Is your weapon still glowing, or is that it faded?
Nope, that has faded.
All right.
Oh wait. I do get advantage, don't I? But
You do.
whatever.
Yep. So go ahead and just roll 2 more times.
Alright.
Okay, so those are definitely 2 hits. However, your flail is now non-magical, so it does half damage. So that would be 2 and 3 for a total of 5.
Woo!
And go ahead and move into your own hex. I would
Never mind.
recommend something like over here
never mind.
or over here so that
Yeah,
you
I'll
don't get an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Shadow 4. He Okay, so Pico, go ahead and make a DC 13 Charisma saving throw.
You say me?
No, Pico.
I think I just barely missed.
Okay, everyone notices that Pico's eyes go dark. And Pico, you can still tell what's going on, but you can no longer control your body. And at this point in time, it is going to move and do a basic attack against Ire, which will just be, I'm assuming, your knife claws. And Ire, a 15 is not good enough to hit, correct?
Yep.
All right. So, Pico, you are currently possessed by the shadow. You can make a DC 13 charisma save on your turn to try to break out. And it's now your turn. Okay, you are still possessed. And I actually should have had him do that on your turn, so we'll just take that. All right, Galen, you notice that Pico is moving strangely, and he attacked Ire. What are you going to do?
That's not good. I mean, I didn't notice any of this. I don't see anything.
Okay, well, okay, fair enough. So what are you going to do? You hear the sounds of combat coming from this
I'm gonna
direction.
start moving towards combat. 1, 2, 3. Aha! 4, 5,
You immediately
6.
notice that Pico's eyes are black.
Maybe that's just a new spell. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna shock Shadow 4 with some
Am I actually able to
shocking
talk
grass.
still, or am I that out of control?
Sorry, say that one more time?
Am I actually able to talk in this state, or am I still out of control?
No, you don't have any control. You're aware of everything. You can see and feel everything, but you have no control. Anyway, Galen, go ahead.
I'm sure nothing can go wrong. I'm gonna shocking grasp this thing.
Okay,
Eh,
and that works.
seriously? Alright, well, I'll take it.
So you do 7 points of damage, shocking it.
And unfortunately, I used all my movement to get here, so I'm gonna stand right here.
Fair
with
enough.
No consequences at all.
And
whatsoever.
one thing you notice, though, is that the shadow did not react. You saw that your spell damaged it, but it didn't react to you. All right, Oreo, you too can hear the sounds of combat. So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go here. Is there any way that I can, without having to go full hex over, just like put my head in to peek and see what it is I see, or do I have
Yeah,
to
go ahead and
literally
just
be
move
in
your
that?
character over so you can see, and then move it back.
Okay. I'm gonna. Hmm. God damn it. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna just go in then. So I was. You see, I was here, here, here. Shit. I don't have that much. Alright.
Why is it so bright in there all of a sudden? Is that because of Galen?
Probably.
Yeah, I have a torch.
I'm gonna hold an action here. I'm gonna have a my +1 dagger in one hand, and if there's any shadowy creatures that appear within melee of me, I'm gonna attack them.
Okay, fair enough. All right. The Shadow 5 steps up, now gaining advantage because Galen is between him and Pico. And he's going to do his Withering Touch against
Nothing
Galen.
bad could come from this.
So that would be a 19, Galen. So I'm pretty sure that's a hit.
Yeah.
So he touches you, and you feel your skin withering as it does 16 points of damage.
Okay.
We are now
16.
on round 2. Ragu, you are before the horrifying vision of the shadow. So go ahead and make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. You did not have advantage, so you are now frightened, which means that you need to get away from this shadow. You can take a disengage, though.
Okay, 1 second. Oh, sorry. I'm kind of trapped in here. I'd have to go through them.
You basically wind up going down this way because you're frightened of this guy. So you have to get away from him. You're not frightened of this guy. So you can go straight down.
Now, if you're disengaging, I mean, that should still apply to those others.
It does.
So,
Wait a second. But I'm not frightened of him.
Right.
Just this guy.
But you do need to get further away from this guy. So I
Yeah.
would. Yeah.
I'm going to keep moving, and Galen had already hit this guy with his zapping, right? You did do damage to
Galen,
him?
yeah,
I
he
hit
hit this guy with the zapping. He did not hit this guy.
Good, because I'm not afraid of this guy. But means I can run past this guy without his reaction, so no attack of opportunity.
Okay.
And keep running away from him.
keep in mind, if you're doing disengage, you can run past both.
If I do disengage, I cannot swing my knife and attack.
Yeah, then that means you have to take an attack from the other guy then.
No, because he lost his reaction because of shock and grasp.
Oh, never
No
mind.
attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you got it.
And yeah, and I run away from him, keeping him between, stabby him.
Okay.
So, core coming up with my Niffy, and that's not with advantage in any way, is it?
Nope.
I'd have to get farther away. I would have had to get farther away than right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can keep backing up, but
Those are technically both the same distance away.
in that case, can I do that? Because I can break up my movement, right? As
Yeah,
I'm running
I would
here,
say
I just slash.
1, 2. I guess you're 2 hexes away. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. In that case, that'll be my attack, and then I'll continue the rest of my move after that.
Okay, fair enough.
So, Hummel?
Okay, that's a
27.
12, which does hit. Their AC is 11.
No, the 27.
Oh, you have advantage. That's right. Oh, yeah. So
Because of
obviously hit.
Galen. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So that would be 8 points of damage plus 1
Yep.
or 2.
1.
All right. All right. So that would be my booming blade attack.
Although,
and then
I know you get crit's supposed to double all your dice. So not your bonuses, but your dice. So you actually get another D8.
okay.
Okay, so
Uh,
that would be 6. So that should have been 3. So I'll do 2 more.
Okay. And then I'll keep moving to put myself, or to put him in between me and the one I'm afraid of.
Fair enough. All right, is that the end of your turn?
That is.
All right, Devok, you can see light coming from inside, and you definitely see combat going on. So what are you going to do?
I moved up. I'll move my corruption to behind them.
Okay.
Like only hits them. And then hold on. Okay, I can cast Eldritch Blast because it's force damage, so I'll do that.
Okay, you cast. The first one misses. The second one hits. They are not resistant to force damage. So which one were you shooting?
5, I think.
Okay. So it looks like you took 1 point of damage. Is that correct?
Yes, and that's my turn.
Fair enough. And as you stop moving, you notice that Pico's eyes are pure black.
Oh, well.
Ire, you are standing before the horrifying visage of one of these shadows. Go ahead and make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. You shake it off. You're not afraid, so go ahead and take your turn.
All right. Ignoring the fact that Pico is trying to kill me, turn to Shadow 4 and give him a couple hits. Do I have advantage still since Galen is there, or does it have to be
No,
actually
you guys don't have them flanked.
Okay. Oof.
Okay, one of your flails hit. So that would be 4 damage. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, Shadow 4 is still in control of Pico. You notice that he fades. He is still. You can still see him, but you cannot interact with him. Pico, go ahead and make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw, and see if you can break out before he takes your action.
A wisdom saving throw?
Sorry, a Charisma saving throw. DC 13 Charisma saving throw. Okay, he still has control of you. So you are now attacking Galen. And you have advantage. At the 23, you hit. And Galen, Pico suddenly rakes into you with one of his claws for 8 points of damage.
Whoa. Uncalled for.
All right, Galen, you notice that Shadow 4 has faded. You can still see him, but you can't interact with him. Pico just attacked you and seems to be using his flanking position with Shadow 5. So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna... Oh, this is a very bad spot to be.
If Shadow 4 is faded, you could literally stand in his spot and he can't come back. I don't know.
I don't know if I want him to come back inside of me, though.
Well, that's the point. Can he come back inside of you? He'd be
I
occupying his
don't
space.
want to find out.
Okay.
That sounds horrifying. I'm trying to just figure out a way to get out of here, to be honest.
And if you move out of Pico's
Yeah, he gets
melee
attacked.
range, he will get an attack of opportunity, and so will the Shadow.
I
But
think
you
for
can
now, I
still
just have to...
disengage, right?
You
Well,
can, yes.
yeah. Oh, does disengage work for everybody?
Yes.
I don't have to disengage
Yeah,
specific targets.
it takes an action, but it works for
Oh,
everybody for
then
that
yeah,
turn.
I disengage.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna stay here actually because I want to be able to shoot in.
So you used an action to disengage, and you used your movement. Is that the end of your turn, or do you have a bonus action or something?
Oh no, I only used 4 of my movement, but I want to stay here, and I'm gonna end here.
Fair enough. All right, Oreo, you saw Pico attack Galen, and you saw Galen run away. You also probably saw Shadow 4 over here fade. So what are you going to do?
Okay, well, can I deduce that something's wrong with Pico? Therefore, if I go in here and I do a bonus action to disengage, it'll qualify?
Well, that gets tricky because there's always something wrong with me.
My
Anyway,
question still
yes,
stands, Jeremy.
it's fair. You saw Pico attack Galen, so if you want to disengage, then yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I'll do that then and get... Shit, well, there's no good spot, but I'll be here to help Ire and hit the one that's number 4.
Okay.
Number 4 faded.
Number 4 is the one that faded?
Yes.
Yeah. The one next to me right here is the only one that we can physically.
So can I backtrack? Because if I knew that already going in that it was
You
faded,
would
I
have
wanted
known
to...
that, yes.
Yeah, okay, so I'll go on this one. And then hit number 5.
Okay, go for it. That is a hit. Their AC is 11.
Okay. And...
All right, that's a solid 12 points, plus another 12 for your sneak. And it's still alive, but you hurt it a lot.
And I will
Nice.
stay put.
Fair enough. All right, Shadow 5. Let's see. I guess he'll attempt to Withering Touch Oreo. 22, so I think that's a hit, correct?
Yep, but I'll do Uncanny Dodge again. So, 8.
So you take 8 points. All right, we're at the beginning of round 3. Ragu, you are before the horrifying visage of the shadow. Go ahead and make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. You make it, so you hold firm. What are you going to do?
Nice and blue duck. I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
Okay. And no advantage, just straight attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's a hit.
Okay, we're going to be stacking for a second here. That'll be 7 piercing,
Right.
and this is the booming blade.
So 4 points, which
4.
is enough to finish him off.
Okay, damn it. I was going to do something. Okay, that works. No, that works.
So currently, Shadow 4 is faded, and Pico's eyes are black.
And I'm no longer frightened of 4.
That's correct, because he's faded.
Okay. Okay, I'll just take a 2 move up there and be ready. Fire.
Fair enough. All right, Davok, you notice that Shadow 4 is faded and hasn't moved in a while, and Pico's eyes are black. What are you going to do?
Faded and hasn't moved for a while, you said?
Shadow 4 hasn't moved in a while.
Yeah. I don't know what to do. I'll just sit back and see what other people do.
Okay.
Now.
So are you going to hold an action, or are you just going to... Okay, so as you move, Pico take... Oh, wait, I think he already did that. So never mind, he already did. He used his reactions. Okay, so you moved. Is that the end of your turn?
The shadow's just doing nothing?
He's faded, so he can't... it seems like you can't interact with him directly. He can't interact with you either without becoming solid. But he seems to be staying still.
I'll just put my corruption on Pico and end my turn there.
Fair enough. All right, Ire, same for you. The shadow is faded, and Pico's eyes are black. And so what are you going to do?
Yeah, I'll give the... I'm trying to decide if I want to move away from Pico or not. But I think it's fine. I'll hit the shadow.
Well,
Okay,
keep in
you
mind,
go to
I've
hit
already taken my opportunity attack, so if you move,
And
I'm
not
not
only that,
turning
the shadow's
danger.
faded. We can't physically
Yeah,
attack
you already
it.
know you can't hit the shadow.
Oh, I can't hit him. Oh, well, never mind then. I wish I should have taken a new spell. Not much I can do then.
And you can move if you want, or you can hold an action.
Yeah, I'll hold an action.
So what's the trigger?
The shadow reappearing.
And what are you going to do?
Attack attack.
Okay. All right, so the shadow is still stationary. He's controlling Pico, but before Pico does anything, he can make a DC 13 Charisma saving throw. Which he makes. Finally, you see his eyes, the blackness fades, and his eyes return to normal. And Pico, that unfortunately did take your action, but you are now free. You still have your movement and a bonus action. So what are you going to do?
Well, I guess
And you know you saw everything that happened. You saw yourself attack Galen and so on. So you know everything. Go ahead.
All right. Well, sorry, Ire, but extra sorry for you, Galen.
It's
And I
okay.
will,
Did the shadow come back at the same second that Pico snapped out of it?
He has not come back yet, although you suspect he probably will soon, because he's no longer controlling Pico.
Hmm. Wow, that's retarded. All right, well, you get 6 points, Galen.
Well, thanks.
Is that the your turn, Pico?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Galen, you've just been healed a little bit. You can just do +6 in your little bubble.
Actually, I don't think I can. I'm gonna try it.
There you go.
Because it does that in my bubble, but it doesn't in my sheet. It just says 9 plus 6.
Really?
Yeah, look.
Oh, that is bizarre. Okay, fair enough.
But like, it's fine. I have 15. I can do basic math pretty well for the most part.
All right. Anyway, what are you gonna do?
I'll move up now that Pico's healed me. And you know what? Let's move in. I can move all the way back with my 6, and I'm gonna shocking grasp it, and I should have advantage
You
because
would,
It's
it's
not
being.
back
except he's
yet.
still faded.
It's not
Oh,
back yet.
oh, it's not back.
Yeah, we're all waiting. We're going to be holding until it pops up.
You
But
can
yeah,
hold
it's
an
Oh
not.
well,
action
then
if you want.
I'm gonna hold an action until it pops up. I'm gonna hold a shocking grasp on it.
Fair enough.
Second thing this thing pops up, it's about to get bombed.
One thing you do know is that it can move while still faded. Oreo, what are you
Uh,
gonna do?
Realizing that it can phase, I'm gonna stand here, hold an action. If it's anywhere in my melee, I'm attacking it.
Fair enough. All right, we are now in round 4. Ragu, what are you gonna do?
Aelin, you're holding a torch, aren't you?
I am holding a torch.
Ragu. Wait, where am I going here? Ragu steps over here, grabs your torch out of your hand just for a second, and
Whoa.
sticks it right in the middle of this thing. Just come back, you!
Okay, you do so, but nothing happens.
No
Can I have
fire,
my
nothing.
torch back?
The
I hand
torch.
it back to you and say, sorry, it's word of the shot. I
Thank
don't
you.
know how else to make it come back.
All
I think
right.
we just
I want
have
to
to
hit the
wait.
thing.
So that was your action. You gonna do anything else?
Yeah, I don't have an action to ready, and if he moves, it's going to be wasted anyway, so all I can do is wait here.
Fair enough. All right, Devok, what are you gonna do?
Wait here.
Okay.
Yep.
And Ire.
What do I get a?
Just hold your action till we kill it.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't
just
know.
ready an action for it to come back.
Okay.
yeah. I'll just do the same thing that I
Fair
did last.
enough. You suddenly notice the shadow, still faded, starts to move, and it suddenly solidifies right next to Oreo. Oreo, go ahead and take your held action.
Yeah.
This might have been its mistake, but it's not super smart. All right, you hit. Okay, 11 points of damage.
Yep.
And then it solidifies and reaches out with its withering touch. With the 23, that hits. And your skin withers as you take 18 points of necrotic damage.
Is this considered a new round, or do I have to technically wait and let me see something here? Hold on.
No, we're still in round 3.
It's not the. Oh.
We haven't
Hold on.
passed the new round section yet.
I have to double check on the ruling on the uncanny dodge, but I guess I'll take the 18. That's fine.
Okay.
Actually, she should be able to uncanny dodge because she didn't take it.
I took it last round.
Yeah, in round 2. This is round 3.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if it counts
Round
for the new
round.
round or if it has to be at my pass. I have to double check that.
Okay. Fair enough. You can check on that. In the meantime, Pico, you saw the shadow solidify and attack Oreo. So what are you gonna do?
All right, well, I am going to run past the thing, hacking at it with Booming Blade as I go, and missing with Booming Blade,
Okay.
and looping back No, what the hell am I doing? Nope, I'm stopping there.
Fair enough. So you booming bladed him when you were here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Galen, you notice that. Actually, I'm not sure if you can actually see it from there. No, you can. You notice that the creature becomes solid. So what are you going to do?
I guess I'll just move and, well, can I shock and grasp it from here, or would I have to move?
There's a doorway. I'll say you can do it. So go ahead.
Okay. Well, actually, I might want to help. I'm gonna move around. Oh, it's already getting. Never mind. So I'll have advantage, right?
Yeah, you have advantage.
Okay, cool. I didn't see that Pico was on the other side. I didn't realize.
That's a hit.
Sweet.
So 3 points of damage with your shocking grasp.
Yeah, I'll just back off by 1.
Fair enough. All right, Oreo, this thing just is ruining your fur. What are you going to do?
Yep, gonna stab it.
You hit. All right, and you finish it off.
Whee!
So we're at the end of the combat. And now that the combat has finished,
You should drink a potion, Oreo, or failing that, you can go ahead and take 15 hit points from Cure Wounds.
Oh, thank you. I mean, Galen could probably use that more considering he got most of the hits from you, but okay.
Well, I did throw a heal at him as I was leaving.
All right, cool. Thank you.
all right. So in the room, you can see several sarcophagi. And Ragu, because of how close you are, you can see that one of them is wearing a green metal ring, and you suspect the others might have things as well.
I'll go ahead and grab that.
Okay, you grab the ring,
Stop taking things.
and
I also say as I'm getting healed to Ragu, there's a fancy looking cape in the other room that you might want to check out because I think it's gonna look awesome on you.
We need to go.
I
I'm
think
going
I
to the
might know.
elevator.
I want to get out of here. I'm going
To
with
the
Galen.
elevator. We need to leave.
Galen,
This
you
place
get
is
23
sin.
hit points back.
Oh,
Oh my
damn.
god.
All right. I think that brings me to max. I barely even have 33 hit points.
I could have used one of my spell slots,
Yeah, I
Can
could
I
have just healed myself, man. You didn't have to worry about that.
go ahead, Oreo. What are you gonna do?
can I just quickly check the other ones just to see what's
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah.
just tell you what's in all of them. So I'm assuming you're gonna search. So
Yep.
Yeah,
one
I
of
was
them
searching too.
has the skeleton has a gold cloak, also in perfect condition. There's the green metal ring. There's a crystal sphere in one of them, filled with smoke. One of them has a decrepit bow, but you notice that it has 2 metal arrows tipped in a shard of crystal.
Nope.
And you also notice that one of the skeletons is wearing a black leather vest, obviously in perfect condition.
This is all
These arrows are gonna be like you shoot someone with it and it like reincarnates them as a spirit or something.
I don't know what you're
Fellas,
talking
fellas,
about.
wait a second, my friends, fellas. I'm sure we will all be okay. And we
Ragu,
do understand that your religious opinion has been heard and understood by us, and we are summarily dismissing it for treasure. Thank you, my friends. Start grabbing the stuff. Come on, don't worry, let's go.
wait, Ragu, how many hit points are you down?
Actually, I'm down quite a few.
How many?
Hold on a second. I am down. I'm down 21 hit points.
All right, come here. I take out my bottle of holy water and I say, "Blessings be upon you," and I splash him with it, and then cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
The holy water wasn't a requirement. I just wanted to splash him with it.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't know it's not a requirement.
Yeah, he doesn't know that. I want to make a big show of it, and act like it's this whole religious, Just give him a nice, knock him on the head a little bit with the bottle as I splash him with it.
Oops.
What?
Oh,
So,
That's funny.
Maybe he
Jeremy,
was.
because you've described all of these awesome gifts to us, I will say
Yeah.
that Oreo has chosen the decrepit arrows as her prize, and she will
Oh,
try
no.
and grab them.
Just to be sure you know, the bow is decrepit, not the arrows. The arrows are in perfect condition.
I'll take the arrows.
All right.
Hey, guys, you do realize I was just trying to be a little bit funny here, right? No personal hard feelings.
How many are there? You said it was 2 of them, right?
There's 2 of them. Yes.
Sweet.
All right. So, what are you guys taking? if
We're
anything?
going to the elevator. That's what we're taking. We're taking the elevator.
We're taking it. Oh
All
my
right, Jeremy. Oh, you said there was a gold ring.
There is. There's a gold cloak. There's a green metal ring. There's a crystal sphere filled with smoke. There's the 2 metal arrows, which Oreo already took, and there's a black leather vest. And there's also that bright green cloak from the other room.
Yep, which I told you about.
So, are you guys taking those things, or are you leaving them?
I'm grabbing this stuff. We're gonna go ahead and I can identify it on our breast here.
Okay, so you're just gonna grab everything.
Yeah.
I figured it.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
made
gonna
my
put
wheel roll
anything
in the
on. I'm not gonna try using anything
Exactly.
until after we identify it.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you grab it, and then I guess you grab the cloak from the other room as well, and then I assume you head out.
If there's nothing
Yeah.
else, is there
Well,
nothing
actually, I
else?
No,
want
there
to
was,
double check these little passages because I see like
Yeah.
debris and stuff.
You do,
but-
and yeah, there's definitely debris, cave-ins, other broken. There were once other buildings, but you can see that due to cave-ins, they've kind of smashed in. You get the impression that at one point in time there was a little city down here, or at least a little village.
Is there, so can is there like, I don't know, I guess it should be a general investigation check. I just want to use one last quick check to see if there's nothing else that stands out to Oreo.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and just to verify, a smoky sphere, a black vest, green cloak, gold cloak, green ring, and that's it. I'm missing something, aren't I?
I
Here-
took
Yeah, you already got the arrows.
There's
well, the arrows and the gold ring in the first place that we went, in the first room. I took that.
Okay.
So there's a gold cloak, a green metal ring, a crystal sphere filled with smoke, and a black leather vest. And in the
Alright.
other room, there was the bright green cape.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
And
And
Just-
Oreo, go ahead
scroll.
and make your investigation. Okay. I think you have your dungeon delving thing, so I think you have advantage, right?
I do, although just to be clear, because I think I might have taken advantage of what exactly that thing can do. Exactly. Let me just put it back in here. It says specifically for hidden traps and secret doors.
Okay, so yeah, you
So-
find neither of those. So okay, so
Yeah.
it's just a regular 12. All right,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're searching and you're not finding anything.
Okay, that's fair. I will
Pico, were you
then-
also searching?
The area around, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me yours as well then. I guess it'd be an investigation because it's nothing that you just happen to see. So this would be digging around in the rubble and that kind of thing.
All right, well, I'll put on my lenses and try my crappy roll.
Okay,
Wow.
fair enough. Yeah, you guys don't find anything interesting.
I beg to differ, Jeremy. I think we found a lot of interesting things.
Well, you don't find anything else interesting.
Okay.
All right, so if you're ready to go, everybody stack up on the elevator, and I'll move you. So here we go, and you go back up. I forgot to put it on the map, but there was another lever down there, so you guys used it to go back up. And you find yourselves back in that dry area above the water. So what are you going to do from there?
question.
Well, are we going to leave?
Potentially.
'Cause
I mean, if
think we've already-
there's no other spots to investigate, then sure. But did we actually make sure that there's no other hidden areas here? Can I check for that if there's any other spots
Yep.
that we might have missed?
Yeah, you're looking for secret doors and whatnot. You can use your dungeon delver.
Okay, but it says your okay, so perception. I
Yeah,
can use
so it
that.
still gives you an advantage on perception. I think that part's right.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you're looking around. You're not spotting anything, any additional traps or secret doors that you didn't see before.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I think we're pretty good to go back then.
Okay, so in that case, what I am going to do is I'm just going to stack you up, and I will move you down.
Sounds good.
All right. You have swam back down into the deep, and I think I'm missing Ire, right? So make sure Ire's in there. Does everybody see the map?
I just remembered, Ragu, you have no pockets on you, do you?
I have a belt pouch. Other than that, yeah, I can. Yeah, that's all I got's a belt pouch.
Oh yeah,
So
so
we'll
who's
say
holding the cloaks and stuff?
I'll say that I'll hold them then, but yeah.
Okay.
So just keep them in your notes there, Ragu, but I've got them for you.
All right, cool, thanks. I was just gonna like try and tie 'em around my waist or something. I've got my rope and so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that works. Thank you.
Fair enough. All right, yeah, so you're back underwater. So what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to cautiously look into the other room here. Do I see anything noteworthy?
You do not. However, you do remember that. Oh, I'm sorry. You probably want to open the door. Let me do that real quick, because I forgot you closed the doors. Come on. And you remember that you closed the entrance.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all outside probably.
And so, yep. So, yep, you have made your way back in. The door is still closed. The other doors are still closed. So,
Oh, we just saw the sarcophagus with the bones over here, right?
yeah,
The pocket of
Alright.
air though is over here or something, right?
it's in this room.
Right, but
Directly
it
above
wasn't
us.
it.
It's the whole ceiling.
Oh,
It was the
I thought it
other
was
room
this.
that had the limited area because of the walkway on the top.
I thought it was this one that like when as soon as we came in, there was only one area that we could breathe in or something. Okay.
Yeah, you had to go up to the top, and it's about half a foot, but it covered the whole ceiling.
Okay. My thought, if we are at the top talking, is that I camouflage everybody by the door. Someone opens it, and if we see things pass by, we let it pass by before we get out.
Well, Irish shouldn't be affected by that stuff.
Probably not.
Although, what's up with this door?
Yeah, I don't remember if you guys opened it before. You want to open it up?
Yeah, if we hadn't opened it yet.
Well,
Which
I was only gonna crack it open slightly, but
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, you see another strangely shaped room with oddly preserved bones. Two pillars mark the center of the room. Humanoids. Yeah, the pillars are depicting humanoids lying at the bottom of a sea or lake with fish and life all around them. You can see the grass in the center of the room moving, and you see another sarcophagus mostly buried beneath the planks.
what are the bones doing?
The bones, this set of bones back here and this set of bones here seem to be floating around oddly, but the rest of the bones are stationary.
All right. Well, we don't want to go in there.
Okay.
Close that door. There's more. Well, gesture to the top, and then let everybody know there's a couple more ghouls and more quippers. Probably not worth it to check out the sarcophagus, unless anybody begs to differ.
I say nothing.
Ire, could you go ahead and open the southern door there a crack and see if you see anything beyond?
Sure.
Wait, what's your visibility like?
I have dark vision.
What was that?
I have dark vision.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you peek it open and you see a bunch of swarms of fish swimming around.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
all right. There's fishes in there.
Oh no, not
Oh,
fishes.
don't open that one.
Those
Not
are
the
I don't know the word.
I don't think they mind me.
Clippers.
Clippers, yeah. Whatever.
Well, how aggressively are they swarming?
From what you're able to see, Ire, they seem to be swimming toward quickly swimming toward the door, and once they get close, they swim around, and they seem to be kind of circling, almost like they're waiting for the door to open.
I would call it
Yikes, they've been
very
really
aggressive.
waiting for like 10 hours.
It
On
seems
a
like
scale
it.
of 0 to bloodthirsty, I'd say it's about a 7.
Well, like I said, maybe camouflage. Just pretend like we're part of the weeds for a little bit until they get in, then we get out.
Um, we'll do this a little differently. I am going to change into a giant octopus again.
Okay.
Are we going into the Quipper room?
Now,
don't want
hold
to.
on, maybe do I want to do
The
that?
Quipper room is the way home, Kaven. So we want to go that way.
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm, I'm thinking maybe Oreo can like camouflage us hiding behind the door here, and then
I already said
when
that, but
yeah.
Pico has another
Oh.
idea.
Okay, actually, yeah, instead of changing into an octopus, here's my idea. I'm going to have everybody swim up to the top. Okay,
camouflage
so
us
here's what I
with
want to
the
do. I want the door open just far enough that I can swim through as a quipper. Once I'm through, close the door, or at least just keep an eye out. I guess Ire can do that part. I'll go ahead and swim past the quippers, then change into something that'll get their attention and lure them off.
Are you sure it's this time?
That's what I was gonna
I'm
say too.
thinking.
Yes.
I'm thinking maybe if we hide up here and Oreo disguises us, when he opens the door, the fish will swim back to their original bushes, way way far away, and then we'll be able to get through the door and all the way back to shore, instead of being
It,
accosted just outside the door because they did not follow you very far.
it's, well, if they're not that interested in chasing people, then how dangerous would they really be?
They seem to be a bit territorial. They chase you, yes, but only for a short distance. Then they go back to their bush.
And how would you know that?
We have seen that happen already in 2 different places.
Oh, you haven't.
Yeah, one was here, and the other one was when we are in the cave, and we had Ire dig the meat down.
In the case of Iyer taking the meat down, we were giving them a meal. They
But
followed the meal all the way to the point that they ate it.
before that, when Oreo went down, they did not chase her very far. They stayed in their bush.
I don't remember them chasing her at all. Oreo, did that happen?
No, I just kind
I
of
said they
saw
didn't
things
chase.
moving. I saw
Yeah,
things moving, and then I backed out. I never even went into
that's
the
why I
stuff.
said they did not chase her. They just stayed in their bushes.
Well, if we get into the semantics there, then technically they never probably even knew that I was there to begin with. So, you can't really argue that, but whatever.
Okay, okay. Okay.
What's the move?
If you're definitely sure about that, Pico, then go for it. But I figured this might be a little bit less risky.
Well, you might as well set up for it anyway, because worst case scenario, we don't need it.
Yep.
Well, best case scenario, we don't need it. Worst case scenario, we do need the camouflage, so you'd want to be set up anyway.
Yep. So I'll take the time to at least get everybody in some sort of seaweed disguise up. I forget what that sea monster is in the movies.
Ghillie suit.
No.
The anemone.
I've never heard of that monster before.
No, it's a piece of military equipment. It's called a ghillie suit, where you're
Yeah,
dressed in
but not. Yeah,
weeds and
anyway,
stuff.
what do I have to roll, Jeremy, for the disguise with? And it was camouflage, right? I can use that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hey, Pico, once you get them outside, where are you going to lead them so we can get out? Not so they are not in between us and like the shoreline.
Oh, I was figuring off to the west, and then everybody could just go south, basically, but directly back.
Okay.
So what is that? Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. All right. So what I'm gonna have everybody do then is
Or actually, hold on. I just realized we still got our barrels in here, which we are going to need to take with us.
you do
Yeah.
have the barrels, yes.
Now, let's see. We got Ragu over on a raft. Oh, yeah, and you used Tensor's floating disc.
Uh-huh. To get
Well,
everybody else over.
well, if you can get your raft fashioned up again, then you can cast Tensor's floating disc. Basically, just take everybody straight up, get above ground.
Okay. I do still have the rope. Can I go ahead and lash the 3 barrels together again?
Yeah.
Okay, now I just got to force them through the doorway to the outside, and then cast Tensor's floating disc as soon
Yes.
as we get there, and everybody else will just elevator up.
So yeah, that'll be a strength or swimming check.
Okay.
Meaning strength, unless you have the swimming sub skill, in which case you can use that.
Yeah, it'll just have to be a strength check. I don't have swimming sub skill.
All right. So yeah, you've lashed those things together. You got your raft. You're reasonably confident you can probably get it through the door, but again, it'll depend on how tired you're feeling and whatnot. So what are you guys
Okay.
gonna do next?
He's going to leader them away, and we're going to take the raft, get it out the door. Then I'm going to Tensor's floating disc. Everybody stand on it, and whoosh, up we all go.
Now, some of this will depend a bit. Looking through the door, how many schools of those things do I see?
Looks like there's 5 swarms.
All right, and how far, or like, how long is that little passageway?
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6. It's probably about 30 feet. Only 15 of it is really shown on the map, but probably about 30 feet total.
Mm-hmm.
And that's including this kind of the stairs, getting out.
Let's see. And I guess the next trick is that how is my movement here gonna factor in on the other map?
We'll just have to compare your essentially your movement speed versus theirs. Um, so unfortunately, I believe that unless you have swim speed, then it's basically half your normal speed.
I'm gonna be doing this as a fish, so swim speed won't be a problem.
And so whatever you're comparing it against, because you're going to basically have to be able to swim faster than they can, that you're comparing it against a swim speed of 40.
All right. I guess the last big trick is so when I was fleeing back. Remember when I was first exploring this, I snuck over them, but then I just dashed right across the top.
Yes.
How far did I get before the equippers in the seagrass started getting alerted?
Probably about 10 feet. Of course, it depends on how alerted they already are and that kind of thing.
All right, well, they shouldn't be alert because it's been, well, at least 10 hours. and it's just the 5. Ugh.
And if you happen to have the same swim speed they do, because I don't know what creatures you're looking at, then it would basically be a strength or swimming check
One quick note
or
there,
athletics check.
for Pico. Uh, when you attune things to yourself, and you change into a different creature, do you get the benefits of that attuned item?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, basically items become inactive. I think that the exception is if I can reasonably wear the thing in that creature form, that can work, but it has to be, but yeah, you have to actually be able to still use the thing.
Well, the thing that we've discovered earlier last week, green fin gauntlets, they give the wearer a natural speed, which I know you already have with the beast, but it says that you get advantage on swim checks to perform some special action or avoid a hazard. This might seem like something pretty handy if you're going to be the uh, person doing all these stuff out there.
Yeah, the problem is any aquatic creature worth using here wouldn't be able to wear that properly, and staying in my normal form would actually make things worse. The thing is, a giant octopus has a swim speed of 60, so I actually am 50% faster than the Quippers in that form.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was asking if it would apply when you change. All good.
Mm-hmm. Um. Hmm. Actually, those sarcophaguses that we found before, they had removable lids.
They seem to swing. They seem to have some sort of mechanism where they were attached somehow. So you're not sure if it's removable because you haven't really tried yet.
Mm-hmm.
And the sarcophagi from below didn't have lids at all.
All right. Okay, and those 5 schools of Quippers are just right outside this door?
Basically, yeah. They keep swimming at the door and then retreating and swimming and retreating. You suspect as soon as the door is open, they're probably gonna try to swim through.
Mm-hmm. Would it be worth chopping up the seagrass and moving it somewhere else? Or we could do this if we want to get an idea of whether the plan would even work, would be to have Ire open the door just long enough to let one school through and see what it does, and at least if something goes wrong, that's something we can manage. How's that sound?
Okay.
Sure.
Do it.
Okay. So, what are you guys gonna do exactly?
Well, I guess Ire would probably need. Well, shoot. Yeah, I guess that's the thing, is he can't open the door and hold an action to close one. Well, actually, no, could he? Because opening the door should be a free action, but doing the held action would be his. He could be using his full action to strategically close the door. That should work, right?
Yeah.
We're not even in combat though, so I don't even know how that would apply.
Well, as soon as
Well, we
you
will be once they're moving.
yeah, as soon as you
Mm.
as soon as you open the door, basically you're gonna start combat.
All right, so yeah, we can all hide in place and then have Ire just open the door and ready in action to close it as soon as the first school goes through the door.
All right. So what I'm gonna have everybody do then is Oreo spending the time to help people disguise. So Oreo got a 19, and because she's helping everybody, everybody else has advantage. So everybody roll their stealth.
And I'm assuming this is the point where people get to choose where they want to hide at. So
Yes, they
move
should.
your token.
Exactly. Put your token where you want to hide, and Oreo would probably direct you toward where all the plants are because it's easiest to stay to pretend to be a plant amongst other plants.
I roll Kaling for this instead of
This would
stealth.
no, this would be camouflage or just regular stealth.
Good job, Galen, for listening this time.
But you do
Your
have
stealth last
advantage,
time was
Kabak.
shit.
Do we all have advantage?
You all
Yeah.
have
Yes.
advantage because Oreo's
Yeah,
helping you.
Oreo.
Well,
Okay.
Well, a good thing I had rolled the 19 the first
Well,
time.
Ire, you're not rolling stealth because you're the one
Oh,
opening the
that's
door.
very good.
All right, Pico and Devak, go ahead and position yourselves where you want to be. And while I look at these rolls.
I'll chill over here next to
So
you,
that's
Gabe.
2.
Yeah, it's
And
on
we
the
have
grass.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, okay, fair enough. All right, so Ire, what I'm gonna do is just have everybody roll initiative just to start with, even though you may not be doing anything. So we'll start with that. Everybody roll. Ire, did you roll?
Did you roll?
All right.
And
So what?
Galen, isn't it?
Did Galen not roll?
I thought I did.
I
I don't
Oh,
I
for
don't
the
see you.
initiative? No,
Yeah,
sorry,
initiative.
I didn't. I thought I clicked it, but I guess I didn't.
And apparently I didn't roll either. So let me fix that. Thought I did. All right. So what we'll essentially do is Ire is the one initiating combat, so he's going to take his turn, and then we'll start combat proper. So Ire, what are you doing?
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. And
And remember, you're readying an action to close the door as soon as one school goes through.
okay, fair enough. So you open the door. All right. And Ire, it's your turn again, but I'm assuming you're doing your held action, so it's going to skip past everybody. I'm assuming nobody else is doing anything.
I'm readying Booming Blade just in case any swarm suddenly comes in and makes a beeline for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold an attack with in melee. If anything in melee that wants to attack me, then I attack it.
Okay, fair enough. So one of the swarms comes through. Ire can take his held action to close the door as it swims past him. And what I'm going to do is, because he is actively looking, I am actually going to make a perception check for him. So I'll just do a d20. He doesn't have any bonuses because he sucks at this. All right, so you see him swim around. He seems to be swimming around the room. And he seems to be kind of searching around. And that's what he's doing at the moment. So, Oreo, you see him swimming around. He's kind of doing a spiral. What are you going to do, if anything?
Still holding the same action. If anything within melee decides to attack me, I attack it.
Okay. The rest of the creatures are still on the other side of the door. Galen, are you also holding, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna hold, yeah.
Okay. And round 2. So, Ire, you've just slammed the door shut. The swarm swam past you as if you didn't exist. So, what are you going to do?
That's. Do I need to do anything?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I said I don't think I have anything I need to do this round. So.
Okay. Pico, you doing anything?
What's the where are the quippers?
To the north. Can you see them?
No, you're in the corner.
Oh, you're in
yeah,
the corner.
there.
So yeah, you saw him swim past you into the room. You can't see him from there.
I'm gonna try and move up just far enough and see if they're still if they're on like a patrol route or if they're just gonna settle in somewhere. But already Booming Blade again just in case.
You can't tell yet. They seem to be swimming in some sort of spiral. You can definitely tell they're looking, but you can also tell their perception isn't the greatest. but you don't know what it's going to do next turn, well, until it does it. So you're going to do anything, or you're going to hold?
I'll just hold the booming blade action just in case.
Okay. And Raku, same question for you.
Holding a booming blade action, just letting them be. They'll go back home.
Okay, well, due to their poor perception check, they do not spot anybody, and they wind up swimming into the grass, and then you lose sight of them as they swim inside. So, Oreo, you lost sight of it, but you know it's in that grass in the center,
Yep.
and it doesn't seem to be leaving at the moment. So, are you going to do anything?
Nope, but I just look over to Iron, kind of give him the signal that he can kind of do the same thing again. So,
Okay, so I'll just skip to Ire then. All right, Ire, you gonna do the same thing again?
Yep, open, ready to close. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. And I'm assuming everybody's doing their held actions like before, so I'll just skip past. One of the other swarms comes in. I'm gonna go ahead and make a perception check for them. And so 18. Let me look at those rolls. So fail, fail, succeed, succeed, succeed. Okay. So yeah, it seems to be heading toward the grass as well. We'll just make this easy. So I'm assuming you're going to do that for all of them, right?
yeah.
So to make it a little quicker, I'm just going to make perception checks for all of them, and we'll see what happens. So fail, fail, and fail. Okay. So they all swim inside, and they go. Oops. They go to their different areas. Gem layer, gem layer, gem layer. Okay, so yeah, you can definitely tell they're in the grass. So I'm going to go ahead and exit combat for now. And they all seem to be back in their grass, and you don't see them moving out of it at the moment.
All right, well, kind of nudge Ragu along. We grab the raft and start working our way through the theoretically open door.
Yep. All right. So I will. So yeah, I'm assuming you're going to swim out and basically do the reverse. So I'm just going to go ahead and move you all the way back.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, and just have everybody get
just-
close to each other, and I cast floating disc under them, so it elevators them right to the surface, nice and easy.
Fair enough. Yep. And so yeah, you use the disc, and you manage to return back without any more equipper attacks. So you've made it back to the shore. So what are you going to do from here?
Make big eyes at Ragu and say, "Can you clean me off, please?"
Snap with a smile.
Thank you.
I do that to
And-
myself and Pico and anybody else. Yeah, clean, clean, clean.
And
At least you're
please
dry
start
now.
detecting all of these nice little gifts for us.
I'm quite
Yep,
capable
I'm
of
gonna have to-
prestidigitating myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go through the items. So I'm assuming you're going to take however long it takes to get through them all.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put them in chat.
Okay.
So what temperature was the water?
It was moderately warm.
Wow, that water was cold.
Alchemist ring. And then I think there was something in here as well. Yep. Alrighty. So can everybody see the chat messages?
Yeah, although just to be clear, because was the gold ring that I first found, because you said it was warm to the touch, was that among the magical ones?
I thought I got it, but let me check. It was the ring of tracking.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay,
the
okay.
that last one.
Got it. Okay.
Would that cape work for me? Sorry, there's multiple. The cape of chlorophyll.
Or work for who?
For iron.
It does. You do react to healing magic, so yes, it would work.
Hmm.
And so to put things in perspective, if it's a normal day, it's not cloudy or anything, you basically get about 8 hours of bright sunlight, so you can gain basically 8 hit points a day.
Mm-hmm.
And also, is it right now nighttime, just to be sure, right now, as we come out? Or is it daytime? I forget.
No, it's evening currently.
Okay.
So, and then question about the Cloak of Grace. That natural one, is that any time you're on nat one, or like?
Yeah, so if you basically if you get caught, if you roll a natural one on like an attack or a dex save or basically anything that might involve movement, the cloak gets caught on something, and the which causes the natural effect you would expect.
Right.
Right, Oreo, do you have the ring of tracking part down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the arrows of displacement, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Those are the only two I've got.
All right.
Yeah,
Magic
I
ring,
have it.
alchemist ring, got it.
And at this
So
point, I would also give the metal scale of water breathing and the green gauntlets to you, Ragu.
Oh, okay. Let me add those.
and just so you know, the person or if you attune to the ring, then you know where it is. So if you want to track somebody else, you would attune to it and give it to somebody else, if that makes sense.
Right. That's what I figured. It's pretty yeah, exactly. Got it.
And you guys can decide amongst yourselves who gets what.
No,
Do you need the descriptions, Tyler, for the two, or you've got them?
No, I don't have them. If you want to just cut and paste them,
Yep.
that'll be easier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to work on making a shelter.
Okay.
Okay.
One suitable for several days worth of occupancy.
All right.
How many attunements are we able to hold at once?
3, I think.
Wait, you're taking some of the evil loot?
Is it
I was
3?
gonna say, right now, Oreo and I are sitting here going through this stuff,
I'm
considering.
We're
not
counting our
taking it.
gold.
Yeah, that's true. I don't actually. No, you're right. I want
I was like, would you like this now? You did not want me to touch it
no.
before. Would you like
I
it
don't
now?
want it. I don't
I
want
will
to
give
go
it to you
anywhere
now.
near it. It's probably
Here, would you like it?
probably
It's a very
imbued
rich
with,
green
with,
robe. Would
with
you like it
evil
now?
magic. You took it from
I
a
will give
dead
it to you
man.
now, right now. I have just
No.
identified it for you. Are you sure? You want it? You know you do. I was not supposed to touch it, but you want it. Here, I know you do. Take it, my friend. Would you like some? Oh, come on. I'm just giving you a hard time with it. It's funny.
And just to be clear, everything except for the anti-gravity sphere and the arrow displacement, for obvious reasons, is attuned.
Right. Okay.
Can I have the Cloak of Grace? Does anyone else want that? I would like that one.
Is that the green one by chance?
No,
That's
the
the gold
chlorophyll one is the green one.
Okay.
The
I was gonna laugh.
cloak of grace is the gold one.
Okay.
So Devok, it's a gold, it's a shiny gold cape in perfect condition, and then you can see the description. So put that down. And so basically, as Devok stands there once he attunes it for an hour, it just billows majestically just by him being there. It's like a superhero.
Yeah.
Superhero guys.
Well, there goes your stealth checks. Thanks.
I'll just take it off. Turn that. It'll be fine.
And Ire, did you take the cape of chlorophyll, or are you saying no, you're not doing it?
You
No.
want the cape? Here, take it. I have identified
Just
it for you.
take
There
it,
is no
man.
cursing it.
Yeah.
No.
Say here, thank you for me identifying it for you. Here, I even kind of walk over behind him and kind of fluff it up on his shoulders to make it look nice, and slap him on the
They're like,
back and say, see, you are knowing you wanted this. Yes.
mm-mm.
So what do you do, Ire?
I take it off. They're only good.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Okay, he takes it off and throws it back in your face.
all right. Are you sure? It was nice.
I
Galen, you
will
too. You were wanting it.
I will
I
start
don't want
attuning to
any of that.
the ring of tracking though, Jeremy. So I
Okay,
will put that as one of my attunements.
cool. And you already marked the arrows?
I did. It's two of them, although you didn't tell me the weight of them. I don't know if there's a specific weight for these two.
It's basically 1/10 of the weight of a bundle of 20 arrows, whatever that is. So I'm pretty sure
Okay.
just the two of them, it's not worth worrying about.
Okay.
Alrighty. So has everybody decided who's taking what? Add it to your inventory?
No.
Alright, so yeah, I think Devok got the Cloak of Grace, and Oreo got the ring, the tracking ring, and the arrows. Pico, did you take anything?
No,
Is
Alright,
nothing you are liking here?
nothing really grabbed me.
fair enough.
Okay.
Besides, I'm busy making a shelter.
Yes, and I can come help with that after I'm done identifying all this stuff for everybody.
And if anybody's ever upset about having continually low initiative, I might recommend the Vest of Haste.
Actually, that's the one I was thinking of, but yeah, I'm waiting for everybody else.
Okay. All right. So you came back, and so what are you guys gonna do next?
Well, I propose that we stay the week here to kind of recover from friggin' razor blade encounter, and maybe take the opportunity to collect up some more fruit, hunt down some game animals, and have ourselves a little week-long tropical vacation. What does everybody say?
That sounds like a wonderful idea to me.
Okay.
Sure.
Great.
Okay.
We'll even make a dry pina colada for you, Ire.
Alrighty. So once you guys are finished with that, that'll take us to Kylok Third. So everybody takes a long rest, so that it means you get all your hit die back, you get all your spell slots back, all your hit points, all that kind of stuff. And also, you can do downtime, but you're severely restricted because you don't have access to facilities. But one thing I would recommend is there's a preparation thing you can do, which will, if you don't have anything else. So let me get to the rules, and I'll bring that up.
Of
Downtime. Yeah, so there's the downtime. And if you look under preparation, as an example, you can spend downtime in study, meditation, or hard practice to gain one additional fate point. So if you're down fate points, you can spend the week to gain back one if you so desire. Or you can pick something else like relaxation or what have you. Were you going to say something, Oreo?
For sure.
I just wanted to kind of put an idea out there. If any of the things that require for the specializations, it has to come from someone that is proficient in it. Like if there's something that's out of nature that is helping with the skill itself, would that enable them at all with a week's worth of training?
Usually, it would have to come from a trainer or some other source of learning. However, if you can make your case, there might be exceptions. So, what are you thinking of?
So, because the one I'm training up on is in guarding, which is perception. She's already proficient with perception, and she would essentially be using the week to essentially be a bit of a sentry for the guys in terms of watching out, making sure that nothing dangerous is coming up throughout the week, possibly setting up traps if necessary if things get too close, things of that nature.
I would say that as one way of learning, that would be fine. But I think that would only count for up to 1 week's worth. So you can do that once, but then you've gained as much as you can from learning that way with that particular skill, and you'd have to learn other ways, like through learning new
Yeah.
tricks or whatever.
Okay. So I can note that down for the week then at least?
Yep.
Sweet. Okay.
What about anybody else? Devok, do you have any ideas?
I'm thinking. I might want to scribe like a spell scroll. What is actually? Wait, what?
I was going to say, unfortunately, unless you pre-purchase the materials for that, then that's not going to be possible. Because you have to spend a certain amount of money in materials to do that.
I don't think I can do anything except for relax.
Okay, you're full up on fate points.
I think so. Let me double check though. Actually, no, I'm not. Wait, how do I get fate points?
So, like I said, you got the preparation. That's one of the things you can do during downtime. And so that's training, maintaining your equipment, and preparing. And if you do that, then you can gain 1 fate point.
I'll do that then.
All right. So yeah, my recommendation is if you're down on fate points, and you don't have anything else to do, your default should probably be preparation.
Yeah.
All right, Raku, do you have any ideas?
I do. It's a oasis. There's lots of plants and other fancy stuff around here. I wonder if I can go find my enough stuff to just make some potions.
Okay. So this is while a lot of the stuff does look similar to your world, it isn't the same. So while I'll say it is possible, you have disadvantage. So go ahead and make I guess probably a botany roll with disadvantage.
Come on, come on, come on. Disadvantage. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so
I was gonna say, I wonder if no.
Yeah, you definitely try. You spend your week looking and trying to find things that'll match the analogs. But even back in your world, the stuff's rare, which is why there's always at least half of the cost. So unfortunately, you're unable to do anything with that.
Okay, so
Ire, did you have any ideas?
No.
does that actually burn my week if I failed? If
Yeah,
I look
because you
around and say,
spent your
no, I
week
can't do it.
you basically spent your week trying to figure out a solution. That's what your role was for.
Okay. And that was at disadvantage the whole. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Mainly, like I said, because you're in another world and you're trying to match everything up, and you're just not finding the right analogs.
All right.
All right. So
What time I don't spend doing that, I'm still gonna be attempting to persuade Ire that green really is his color. He looks good.
sure, that you can definitely
You,
do.
my friend, will very much be liking this. Yes, I know you will.
All right, Ire, did you have any ideas?
No, I did not.
Are you full up with fate points?
Yep. Because you get them from leveling up, right?
Yeah, you gain 1 from leveling up, and then you
Yeah.
can do the preparation thing during your downtime to gain another one with a max of 3. Okay, so I guess you're relaxing then.
Yep.
All right. What about you, Galen?
I also am full on fate points and don't really have any ideas, so I'll relax as well.
Okay, and then finally Pico.
Well, I'm currently working on training climbing, which is more of a physical training type of thing rather than anything that really requires a whole lot of active research. I have my rope, I have my grappling hook, I've got my claws, and I am halfway through my training. So I've got a lot of fundamentals down. So I was thinking I could go ahead and try working on climbing just any big obstacles in the area, for any tall rocks or something. I could practice climbing the trees, um, things like that.
Yep, same rule as Oreo. You can do 1 week that way, but yeah, it's perfectly reasonable. So, yep.
Okay.
Is there any way I can actually help him? I do have all sorts of athletics and strength bonuses. I didn't know if that'd make it easier on him.
Not really. He's just yeah, he's training. You can maybe you're giving him pointers, but yeah, he you can only
Okay.
gain one point for a week. So he learned all he could.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
But yeah, definitely a good idea. All right, so 1 week passes, and it is now the evening of Kailok the third. It's a Suma day, and it the
Did I get anywhere with Ire?
you'd have to ask Ire. Basically, there's no roles involved because you're both player characters. So
Okay.
you can say what you want to Ire, and Ire can say you back. So I'll give you some space to do that now. Go ahead, Reku.
Oh, come on. What do you say, my friend? Yes. You look good and clean. It's beautiful.
I'm good, but thank you.
Okay, is that all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna go on further, but I don't want to take that much time. No, we're good.
All right, fair enough.
I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and let everybody else play.
All right, but like I said, the week passes. It's raining. It does seem to rain near the Oasis, although I guess that's not too surprising. And that because of that, the day is definitely cooler than normal, and because it's evening, cooler still. So it's actually kind of chilly. So are you guys going to leave, or are you going to do anything else while you're still here?
Um, has everybody restocked their food and water supplies?
I was gonna suggest the same thing, and if anything, if you guys can add a little bit of it to your resources, if you have the space, maybe take a couple extra rations if you can. Although we have quite
Yeah.
a big, heavy uh, uh, cart with food too, but just saying.
Well, yeah, as it is, if we end up not needing it for some other reason, we can always dump stuff later, but anything we don't take with us, we don't have access to. So I think it's a good idea.
Yep. So go ahead and fill up your cart supplies and your personal supplies. Okay. I'll go ahead and move you to the map. That was annoying. I thought I centered it. All right. So is everybody? There we go. Is everybody on the world map now?
Yeah, I am.
All right. So you can move 2 hexes, but obviously move one at a time. So where do you want to go?
Are we
All
still
right,
moving
well,
at night?
yes. So we're
Okay.
starting in the evening here. So first one will be
So
there.
go ahead and stop. So as you're moving, in the there's a hill kind of in the distance that you see, and on the hill you see a strange building, and the building it seems to be made out of yellow stone, and it seems to have four faces, but it's pocked, and you can see archways that lead to more stone, oddly enough, and a domed ceiling, or a domed roof. But strangely enough, you also see massive bones. So, do you wish to stop by, or do you wish to continue?
Um,
Yeah, let's explore this place.
Alright.
All right, so you arrive, and ahead of you, you see truly massive but ancient bones. And behind the bones, you see the structure itself. So, what do you do?
Hmm.
Nothing else
Sure,
stands
well,
out, like around the vicinity. There's nothing, there's no tracks, no nothing.
There's no tracks that you can spot. You can see, you can see that there's the hills, and the bones are sitting mostly on top of one of the hills. And in the background, you see the large building. It's probably about 50 foot to a side and 80 feet tall. And if from here, it's hard to tell, but those archways seem rather strange because they look like they're doorways, except they end at a stone wall.
yeah, I'm thinking I will have Char take a lap at a safe high distance to give us a little bit more intel. Lazelin.
Okay, so yeah, he flies around, and one of the things he notices on the wall, although obviously he doesn't know what it means, is that there seems to be some sort of paintings or glyphs on the wall, and he also, reaffirms that there are no creatures or movement in the area.
There's nothing at all. Even the other little creatures are staying away from this place.
Well, can we investigate the bones?
Yeah, let's check out the bones.
Okay.
I want to kind of carefully inspect the ground. I see any evidence of tracks, burrows, anything.
The ground is surprisingly smooth and undisturbed by everything except wind. All right, so you approach and you notice that the bones are in, for the most part, good shape. The skull is as large as a building. The ribs are long, are 20, 30 feet long. Whatever creature this was positively massive. And due to creatures you've seen in the past and your skills, you get the impression that it was a four-legged creature, but far bigger than any similar four-legged creature you've seen back at home.
And different than those giant four-legged creatures in the Oasis.
Oh yeah, and probably, definitely bigger than those things.
Okay.
I want to climb up on the bones and kind of get to the highest safe point.
Okay, that'd probably be somewhere up here.
And from this higher vantage point, do I see anything I wouldn't have noticed at ground level?
Um, you don't really see any additional tracks. One thing you do notice is you don't see any birds in the sky, or at least none anywhere close by. You don't spot any insects, um, and Devok and Galen, not Devok and Galen. I mean, no, yeah, Devok and Galen, you two. As you're walking, you get this sense of wrongness. Galen, you can roll a d8 for a memory. Okay, so nothing comes to mind. So what do you do?
Should we check out the stone building?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just go check it out.
Cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Pico, due to your high passive perception, as you're passing by, you notice that some of the rubble over here is moving slightly as you're walking past.
Rubble.
Cool. 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 Cool.
All right, and you approach the building, and you notice that the glyphs, which look similar to glyphs you've seen at other locations, they seem like they're painted on, although the paint itself is weird. Rather than brush strokes, it kind of has a almost spotty look to it. And the other thing you notice is that the glyphs are fanciful and they look like they were artistically applied. And then Oreo, as you approach, you see one of the massive archways that end in stone, and you're more convinced than ever that there should be something there. But all you see is stone.
We've fallen for something before in terms of it being illusionary. I'm gonna try and see if I can touch the stone.
And I'm keeping an eye on those moving rocks.
Fair enough. And Oreo, you touch the stone, and it's a little bit warm to the touch, but nothing else happens.
But it is solid. It's there.
It is
There's
solid,
no.
yes.
Do you mention the stones, or do you just watch them
Yeah,
yourself?
I'm going to tell everybody.
Okay.
Yeah, over here the rocks seem to be moving a little bit. They're just like jittering.
I've got my hands on my weapons, but I'm still trying to investigate what I can from the building and see if there's any other spots. I mean, I guess I'll try and see if there's any conceivable way of a trap set up or something, but I don't know if it's very hard if it's all solid.
Yeah, I
I don't
mean,
know.
one thing is, you could if you're looking for secret doors, so that does Dungeon
True.
Delver would apply.
Okay, so let me do that. Um,
Okay. So yeah, you're examining the walls, and you're you get the impression that as you start really looking and examining, you see, you brush dirt away, and you see that there has been enough traffic at some point that it actually left indentations in the stone, beneath that was beneath the dirt, and from what you can see, these footprints basically walked right up to that stone wall and stopped. They didn't like turn around and go the other way. It's just they walked right up and then disappeared.
there's a specific spot where it's like you stand here, or at least they stood right
It
there, and
seems
that's
to
when it
cover
happened.
the whole thing. It's like a giant, almost it feels like a giant door.
I share that with everyone. Mm,
Okay.
Actually, looking at the building, is there anything that might suggest that that we're not actually at ground level of the building? Like, could dirt have collected up over time so that the dirt level's higher than it should be for a proper door?
The dirt is a bit high, which is why Oreo would have had to brush it away to see those indentations, but by less than a foot.
Uh, Regu just kind of taps Pico on the shoulder there and picks up a rock and says, "You remember Karam's Wurzen? He always said that the wasp nest is not interesting until you poke it with a stick, yeah?" And I kind of flip the rock in my hand.
Oh, yeah. I think the history books will show that he was always excellent at finding more trouble than anybody ever wanted.
Okay, I shall be waiting.
All right,
I keep
so
the rock in my hand, though.
okay, you're keeping the rock in your hand. Okay, fair enough.
And I was gonna chuck it hard at the moving, poke it with a stick, but more trouble than people are wanting. Yes, okay, understood.
Okay. What's everybody else doing, if anything?
I'm gonna start walking around the building.
I'll join you.
Okay, so yeah, you walk around the building and you notice that each face is exactly the same. It's the individual pockmarks and wear and tear is different, but the each one has the large archway that leads into a stone wall. Each one has a very similar shape, and the the glyphs on it are different though, and you see that it almost looks like different sets of glyphs were put on by different people, and you even get the impression that the artistic styles are changing based on where you're looking.
Do I recognize any of the glyphs?
Um, let's see. You rolled a
I do.
memory for the bones. I guess you can roll a memory for the building. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I meant because I know I know the language, um, of that one place, the authorization codes.
You know the authorization code, but yeah, you guys weren't able to decode the language. You
Well, I
learned bits
don't
and
know
pieces.
how to read the language, but is it the same
But it is the
language? I feel
same.
like I.
Is it? Yeah, like I said earlier, it's the same language, same sort of glyphs as previous
Oh,
locations you
okay.
visited. So yeah, you do recognize it as being that language. You just don't know what
Sounds
they
good.
mean.
Okay,
How
okay.
tall is this building?
80 feet if you go all the way to the top of the dome. Anyway, Galen, you can roll your d8 though.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. So Galen, you have a memory. You remember a building very similar to this, except that all around it you had weirdly weirdly flat plane of this kind of relatively smooth but dark and slightly rocky material, and each of the archways led into some sort of glowing surface, and you saw people just walking in and out of it, almost like they were going in a door. Um, and as the memory fades, you remember asking somebody, um, you know, what's in the building, and you were told the building is hollow.
Huh.
Oh wow, that's a really weird thing for a building to be.
I mean, yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell everybody what I saw and heard.
Oh, and actually, one other thing that you noticed is that that particular building did not have any glyphs on it.
Oh, okay. The glyphs are new, by the way, guys. Or maybe these are different buildings. Just a similar, like, archetype.
Could be.
You remember anything about creatures in the desert that would burrow under rocks? How about you, Ire? Anything like
No.
that sound familiar?
Mm,
For him, I don't think this would apply for his memory, no. But actually, it would apply for the building, so you can roll for the building, Ire. Okay. So yeah, you don't remember anything about the building.
Do any of the magical folks among us know or kind of investigate the glyphs to see if maybe it's some sort of, I don't know, protection,
That
trap,
was
alarm kind of situation?
that was going to be my next
Um,
suggestion.
yeah.
Pico, you think our magic and magical items maybe a bit knowledgeable in this?
Yeah, you can.
Um, I can roll my Arcana.
Okay, go for it.
I also have proficiency in history.
Okay. Pico, did you hear, or were you on mute?
Is anyone helping me?
Uh, yeah, but I was hoping for Pico's. He's got specific spell
Could
lore.
try rolling Arcana spell lore.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You roll Arcana spell lore, and I roll Artificer's lore, and we tack it from two different points of view.
Sure.
That's why I
Yeah.
said, we look into that.
Anyway, Davak, nothing's coming to mind, unfortunately. But Ragu and Pico, you can both roll your individual things.
With advantage or no?
No, you're kind of both doing your separate things. So,
Oh no, that's why I said we were going to be
oh, you're gonna
comparing
work
notes and
together.
trying
In
to
that
put
case, one
together.
of you can
Yeah.
roll then with advantage.
All right. Would you like to, or do you think
Oh,
this is
sure.
more artifacty?
Hard to say. Well, what if I help you with one and Galen help me with the other?
That works. Come here, my friends.
All right, go ahead. Okay, Pico, you are utterly convinced that the glyphs on this wall have nothing at all to do with magic. Um, in fact, you're pretty sure that whatever it causes to work or not work is completely unrelated.
Alrighty. Galen, have you tried just walking in?
No. I
Especially if
can
you have a
try.
memory of it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try.
Okay, you walk into the stone wall and bounce off.
Okay.
But you
It
did say
doesn't
there were
let me.
indentations though of where someone would stand. If I were to stand in that same spot, does anything happen?
Yeah, what if I just walk around the building and check for openings and
Yeah,
stuff?
no. Yeah, you can stand like in the footprints or whatever, and no, nothing happens. And Galen, you walk around the building, and each face looks exactly the same.
Did I get anything else out of there?
No, basically the same. Although with both of you rolling so high, and from what little you've learned of the language, you can swear that some of the glyphs are swear words.
Graffiti.
Just out of curiosity, I try and
I want to
take
document
note.
those.
Yeah, it's like I can go ahead and document and jot them down, but
Does
I
does
rub them
any of
off.
this graffiti happen to look like a big fancy S?
No Fs.
No, the S, like the gangster S.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no. Although you're pretty sure there are other symbols that cover similar roles.
I was going to say there's no stylized phallic.
No.
Is that the
Yeah,
shadow kind genitalia there?
yeah.
None of that. Otherwise, it would have
Okay,
been obvious from the get-go what it is.
yeah. I go ahead and try and like actually rub it off to see what's underneath. Maybe this graffiti is messing with the mojo.
Okay, you start rubbing it off, and it's hard. I mean, it's been the paint seems to stick really well, but you do rub some of it off, and you see stone underneath, but nothing seems to happen.
Now, you did mention that there was essentially a layer worth of sand. I want to go ahead and clear that off and see if I can find better evidence of a walkway or anything like that.
Okay, yeah, you clear away the sand, and eventually you do find kind of a hard surface, and you do see walkways that lead um, right up to the wall where the archway is. And if you move away from the walkway, you do see evidence of a dark surface that is has is a little bit stony but relatively flat.
Uh-huh. Ire, you want to try walking in?
Sure.
Okay, you walk into the wall and bounce off.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting the impression that whatever the secret of the building is, you may not be able to access it with what you know.
Well, we can always come back to this later and document that it's here. The runes, especially the slang stuff, could be helpful for deciphering the languages. Anyway, the legacy of Crom wants to continue in the fine tradition of disturbing hornets' nests. This might be a better time now that we can justify just running off if we don't like the results.
Excellent. How's about everybody be getting into position with me? Yeah? Everybody get to where they want to be?
Okay.
Well, if they weren't reacting before, I'm gonna get back up on top of the skull and kind of keep an eye from behind.
Fair enough.
I'm going to throw a rock real hard right into the center of where all those little rocks and things are moving.
Okay, let me
Galen,
go.
that's like closest to ground zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. You throw it right in there, and you see the rocks start vibrating, and over here, and yeah, mostly over here, and it looks like from inside the skull, you see these skeletons start rising through the rocks, and the first thing that you notice is that the bones are made of metal. So what do you do?
Metal bones. Just like the metal bones in the underwater place. Yeah?
Do we want to keep a distance and try and talk to them? Probably won't work, but
Probably.
Galen, that is ground zero, Galen. You just maybe get running behind me. Come, please.
yeah, you don't want to be down there.
All right. So
Oh,
yeah, you
hey,
see them. You see them rise, and you see their numbers are quickly multiplying. So what is it you try to do?
Well, when you say multiplying, how many are we seeing?
Right now, it's probably about four of them, but but you can see more shaking and more rumbling, and it's probably gonna at least double.
Galen, I don't like this. Let's get off here, group up with the rest of the party, and as we're going, I'm going to call out, "Hello, can you understand us?"
As you do so, you hear an ear-piercing scream, and from all four of them, which I'm looking for their icon, and I am going to need everybody to make a Constitution save.
What are my rolls today?
So whoever did not get at least a 15, you are basically the scream digs into your mind, and you find yourself unknowingly crouched on the ground with your hands covering your ears. And what you don't realize that everybody else who made it now does is that you're currently screaming. Why? I thought I had one of these guys. All right, so I'm just going to use these guys for them because I apparently don't have a proper icon. But they are skeletons, but they are made out of metal, so that's actually somewhat appropriate. 3, 4. All right, so actually, I'll just have everybody roll initiative. Oh, good. I have these guys, so I'll use these guys instead.
Oh, that changes the game. I was like, maybe we can talk to them, but no. It doesn't look like we can.
We just tried talking to them. It hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
Alrighty. Descending. All right, so they have stood up. They are currently screaming. Oreo, did you make your constitution?
No.
Okay, so now it is your turn. You are currently immobilized. Your pain is throbbing, and you're barely aware of the world around you. However, since it is now your turn in combat, you can make another constitution save with a DC of 15. Which you make. So you pull your hands away from your ears, and your hands come away bloody, and you see the metal skeletons standing there screaming, and you suffered 2 points of damage, basically from your ears. So what are you gonna do?
But I'm standing.
You are standing, yes.
So
You're in pain, but
climbing.
you are aware and you can act.
Okay, hold on. Just checking something. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm just thinking of what to do here.
And as a hint, you don't know how fast these things are yet, but there you are in an open environment with hills.
Yeah, and as far as I understand, we're at the top of the hill right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have the 1+1 dagger, which is the one that happens to do double damage to um automata and golems. I don't know if that's gonna take effect or not, but
Yep.
you said it was metal and creature, so I'll have that. And I'm going to move in probably this direction and just hold an action. If anything gets within any of those things come within melee, then I'm attacking.
Fair enough. All right, Galen, did you make your Constitution save?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you're fine at the moment. So what are you gonna do?
Um, I'm not quite sure. I guess since I don't really know how strong they are, I don't want to waste any spell slots yet. So I'll just throw like a. I know they're probably resistant to it, but I'll just throw like a firebolt at the closest one.
Okay, go for it.
Roll. Hold on. Oh, I didn't roll initiative.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, you're in there. You're
I just
after Joel.
Yeah,
I
you
just
just
rolled.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, you're after Joel then. Anyway, yeah, you fire your firebolt. It definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay, so your firebolt hits, and he takes 7 points of damage.
Yeah, figured. Wait, are you sure?
Yeah, you did 14, so he
No,
took
but
it.
like his bar.
Sorry, say that again.
His bar, it didn't it didn't move. How big are these things?
Oh, yeah, it did. I did apply the damage.
Oh, guys, we gotta go.
Is that the end of your turn?
Guys, we gotta go.
Well, wait a minute, hold on. One trick though is I'm seeing the plus there, which suggests that you've got their current hit points set above their maximum.
That's correct.
Oh,
So shouldn't their maximum be updated? Or is this an indication that they're not actually into their hit points yet?
Yeah, something like that. So actually,
we gotta go.
let me fix these guys though.
There's only 4 of them.
We gotta go, bro.
I had these things linked, so let me go ahead and fix them.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see what the health bar does before I decide to run away like a coward.
I don't think that part's gonna change.
Yeah, I
Dang.
actually knocked them all down instead of just the one.
Okay.
So yes, so you did something to them, but what you wind up seeing is there's this hazy energy that seems to absorb your firebolt, and that energy becomes almost imperceptibly weaker.
Guys, we gotta go.
Is that the end of your turn, Galen?
No, we gotta go. I'm going.
Okay.
These guys are too powerful. We need to pull back and think of a better plan than just an outright assault, because we've done that the last 3 times and it hasn't really worked.
You realize that going home though means going south. So the further you go that way, the further we get away from our cart. So
Oh, going south? I didn't know we were set up correctly, so we should just go
Well, we
this
can
way.
always loop around. The big priority is disengaging, but going east would probably be better for that than north.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I say we run a mile. I just want to get like away from the building, because I'm sure they'll leave us alone once we leave.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and move, Galen, wherever you want to go.
We're heading out.
Okay. All right, Devak. Okay, you're running. you can do a dash, so basically you're off the map.
Yes.
Okay, one of the skeletons, you see that off his metal frame, you can see these bolts of lightning that are coming off and striking the ground, and he actually kind of floats forward. And he stops there and screams. So anybody within three hexes, go ahead and make a Constitution save.
Is this for the screaming thing again?
Say that again?
Is this for the screaming thing again?
Yeah. So
Is that,
Pico and
I had a question
Ire.
about that. Because you said that it made your ears bleed. I don't know if that really would have an effect.
Your ears aren't bleeding. You're not taking damage, but it still has the same sonic effect.
Okay.
All right, so Ire, you are you're kind of holding your head. Your ears aren't bleeding, but it's doing something to you, and you're unable to focus or move. And Pico looks like he made it. So Pico, you are unaffected. All right, and I guess this guy will move this direction, and he'll do the same thing. So Ragu, go ahead and make your Constitution save. Which you make, so you are unaffected. Alright, so this guy will go around. And the same thing, so Oreo, you get to make your Constitution save. DC 15. Alright, and unfortunately, this scream affects you the same way it did before, and you find yourself unknowingly cowering and screaming. And 3, just going to move forward. All right, Pico, you were unaffected by the screaming, but you see Ire crouched on the ground. You see Oreo holding her ears and screaming. What are you going to do?
If I try to pull somebody away, how would that affect things?
It's essentially you grappling them, so you would move in half movement. And I'll say that since they're basically helpless at the moment, you don't have to make a roll. If you'll just grapple them, if that's what you want to do.
5, and then that would give me, I think at least. And can I do that with a dash, or?
The grappling would be one of your attacks, so only if you can do the dash without your dash taking an action. Like if you have a special ability.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Grabbing Oreo. And then, let's see. So at that point, okay, it'll be 6. And that's 7 or 35 out of the 40 feet. And then, oh, okay. And then from there, I can go ahead and use feline agility to get as far as there. And that should have Oreo right next to me.
Okay, you can move yourself, Oreo, then. Cool. All right, Ragu, you notice that Pico grabbed Oreo and ran, but you also notice that Ire is basically crouched on the ground holding his head. What are you going to do?
All right, I'll be grabbing the big robot man. Here we go.
All right, so if you're doing
1,
a
2,
grapple,
3.
it's the same, so it is
Is not
half
what I'm
movement.
going to do.
Are you sure you'd want to move in that spot?
Yeah, because that's not quite what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and rolling with the attack.
Okay. So you're going to attack Skeleton 3 then?
I'm attacking Skeleton 3.
Okay. That hits.
All right. And that does 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And on top of that, we go ahead and roll a d8. 4 points of damage.
Yep.
And he
Which-
gets 1 second. I'm not completely familiar with these yet.
Sure. Yeah, 2 attacks damage. Roll the damage. You must make a strength saving throw. All right.
All right, my strength saving throw is going to be.
No, he has to make a strength saving throw.
Yes, but I got to find out what my DC is.
Oh, that's a good question.
Fighter class, battle master. Hold on. All right, 8 plus my proficiency plus my, so 8 plus 4 plus. Wait, core. 8 plus 4 plus 3. 15. He's got
Okay.
to make a.
Well, he got a 30.
I was gonna say they have a plus 15 to their strength.
What you notice is that the energy, the electricity arcing off of them into the ground, it seems to be holding them in place.
Damn it, I was just gonna knock him into skeleton 2, and that way I could grab ire and run. Okay.
Okay. That was your action, I believe. So what else are you doing, if anything?
Since that completely failed, I'm just going to, as my bonus action and the rest of my movement, grab ire and get to here.
Okay.
Because I only have 6.
Fair enough. Ire, you can move yourself over to Ragu. And you notice as you're passing by that they don't bother taking their opportunity attack. All right, Ire,
I figured that 3 would, yeah, but 4 I didn't know if he was in the range. Okay.
Right. Ire, you can go ahead and make your Constitution save again, DC 15. Okay, yep, you make it this time. So you've been dragged away somewhat, but now you can get up and move on your own. So what are you going to do?
Sprint.
Run.
Okay. We are now on round 2. Oreo, you can go ahead and make your Constitution save. Okay. You fail, which means you're still stunned, and you did take 4 points from before. And so that's that. Galen. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, Ragu, do you need help or can I just exit?
You should be good. I just need to be able to have better movement.
Okay, I'll go ahead and exit then.
Okay, so you're running off. And Devok, are you exiting as well?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, so one of the skeletons moves forward, and he screams once again. So, Ragu, go ahead and make your DC 15 Constitution save.
I
Okay.
would like to fate point there.
Go ahead.
Does that automatically win, or do I get a?
No, you roll
advantage?
again. So you could basically you spend a fate point for a reroll, and you can spend as many fate points as you want.
All right, not advantage, just a standard reroll.
Yeah. Okay, that still does not succeed. Do you want to spend another fate point?
No.
Okay.
Crap.
You can. You can spend more than one.
I know, but I don't want to blow them all right here. I just wanted to keep up with the rest of the party.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. I guess would be 5 there. All right. So the skeleton approaches you, and you can see. You look up in the corner of your eye, and you can see its hungry, glowing red eyes as it looks down on you, and you see its mouth open really wide. And its wings, basically, it lowers the lightning holding him up. He lowers to the ground and right over to you and takes a bite. All right, so he's got a +4, but he's got advantage. Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
Okay, fortunately for you. All right, the next one comes around the corner, and then gets into flanking position. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to move. I might have moved the wrong one. I moved the wrong one. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't know why that was there. I fix that there.
All right. Which means he gets advantage as well. And I'm assuming the 23 hits.
Unless I'm allowed to do anything.
You are essentially the equivalent of being stunned, I
Then no.
think.
Yeah, then no.
So yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
Okay, it bites into your flesh, ripping apart part of your flesh, doing 20 points of damage. And then the other one comes around, jostling for position. All right, Pico, you notice that Ragu hasn't come around the building yet. What are you going to do?
Damn it. Shoot. I don't know if we're in any good condition to try to fight these things. We could try throwing healing at Ragu to try to keep him on his feet. Anybody able to do that?
My healing is touch.
I could come back, or I guess I haven't really left yet. No, said I would.
Yeah.
Do you have healing word though, Galen?
I don't have healing word. Oh, and I didn't get a healing spell for my 3rd level. I probably should have.
So Ragu is
Actually, you know what
next
I
in that
can do?
order.
No, I know what I can do. I can cast a heal on him.
Okay.
On Ragu.
You can do that on your turn, but Pico, are you going to do anything?
Let me think here.
Ragu does go after you, and he'll get another chance to make that save.
Well, and I can't see him from here, right?
Well, yeah, technically he's around the corner, yeah.
60 feet, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, perfect.
Oh shit! No, I can't cast a heal on him. I was lying. I thought I could. I misread something. Sorry,
You can
guys.
definitely see him from there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could see me from right here. You only had to move the one square.
Well, he probably didn't want to get too close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I am trying to aim for max range here. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and try casting Healing Word at 3rd level.
Okay.
Is guidance far away or is guidance touch?
Guidance is touch.
So it looks like 12 points, right?
Yeah.
So that's what you get, Ragu.
Although, let's see. 1 times. Okay, yeah.
All right. Is that the end of your turn, Pico?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Ragu, you can make your DC 15 Constitution save again.
Anybody can do ranged attacks.
You make it. So that means that you can. That's your action, but you still get your bonus action and your movement.
Disengage! Disengage!
My bonus action is going to be pop and drop, and my movement is my movement. So
Go for it. What's pop and drop, by the way? Oh. Okay.
and they're all right there.
Fair enough.
And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Action surge. 6 more off screen.
Okay, you're gone.
You want to grab somebody while you do that?
Yeah, Galen and Oreo, one under each arm.
All right.
As I passed them, because I went right past.
So Ayer's already. Ayer, it's your turn. So I'm assuming you're leaving, right?
Oh yeah, I'm just running.
Okay. And Oreo, you're gone with him. Galen, you're gone with him. Davak, you're gone. And Pico, you're at a distance, so let's see what happens from here. 3, 4, 5.
Didn't this go off?
Oh, 13 damage, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
let me
target
apply
is
that.
knocked back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough. All right, let me apply that real quick.
Boom.
I think that's the first one of those you used, right?
I've only got 3. I've been wanting to get more, but
Yeah,
they're
so
hard to
10
find.
feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, 10 feet, and they are prone, which means they have to take half their movement to get up. So actually, that was a very good play on your part.
Well, when they were all down there in a group, I wanted to drop the hand grenade way down here, but I rolled so bad on my initiative that they all got to move first.
Okay.
Otherwise, that would have been a completely different fight.
Fair enough. So Skeleton 4 gets up and spends half his movement. Skeleton 2 will get up and spend half his movement. Skeleton 3 will get up and spend half his movement. All right, Pico, you can see that they were blasted to the ground, but they've risen and they're approaching in your direction. However, because they were blasted to the ground, they weren't able to move as fast, so you got that going for you. So what are you going to do?
Otherwise,
Although
2 might have
Ragu did
gotten to
launch
you.
one closer to me, but
Sorry, say that again.
said although Ragu did launch one closer to me, but
But he
Hey,
also
sorry.
lost half his movement, so I think it evened out. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
is there anybody still on the map?
No, the others are gone. I just haven't removed them yet.
All right, well, I'm going straight north then.
Okay.
You know, Char is hovering around the roof, making sure you come with the rest of us, but he leaves with you.
Fair enough. Oops, let me go back to the map. Sorry about that. Alrighty, so you're back at the map. I am going to go ahead and place that marker there so you can see it, so you know where that place is. And that was one of your 2 hexes, so where are you going to go from there?
Here, let's get away from that place.
All right, so as no, yeah, that's fine. So as you're moving, you're still technically in the desert, but you can see the green plains ahead of you. You can see that there's grass and even the occasional tree. So we'll go ahead and have you camp out. So is there anything you're doing that evening while you're camping out?
I'll try and cast teleport.
Sorry, say that again.
I said I'll try and cast teleport.
Okay, it fails. All right.
Hey,
And yeah, that was a classic Crom result back there.
yeah. I very respectfully ask Galen if he has a little bit of a healing kit for me there.
Yeah, sure, man. I have. Oh, yeah. Let me
Thank you.
roll for you. So it's gonna be 9 plus your hit dice.
Thank you.
If you
And
need more,
Jer-
let me know. Anybody else
Jeremy,
need it?
no, I don't. But Jeremy, because we're still in the desert, but we've been traveling tonight, we only consume 1 from the water.
That's right.
Okay.
So just 1 ration, 1 water?
Yep.
Sweet.
All right. So, yeah, you guys camp out. It is the 4th now. And let's see, you guys were in the evening, so you slept in the morning, so it's basically in the evening on the 4th again. And it is still raining. So what are you going to do from here?
Is it raining regular rain or is it that horrible rain?
No, it's regular rain.
Okay.
All right, well, I guess, so we're on the next day now?
Yes.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and,
Okay, go ahead.
ooh, that's interesting.
Go ahead and stop. So there's a few things you notice. In the distance, you see these rocky terrace, rocky spires, and you can click on the picture for image for a bigger picture. You see these massive rocky spires. You see rivers and this terrace terrain with a lot of cliffs and waterfalls, and inside in the sky you see these strange worm-like creatures kind of floating through the sky. You also see these blue balloon-like creatures as well. On the ground, you see six-legged wolf-like beasts running around, and you see that the rivers are full, of fish-like creatures as well. However, directly ahead of you, blocking your path, is this narrow ravine that seems to lead into this circular rock structure. So you're basically your options are to go around the rock structure or to go through the ravine. But as you listen, you can hear splashing from the other side of the ravine. So what are you going to do?
Maybe it's a waterfall.
You're going to go through the ravine toward the splashing, or are you going to go around?
How did
Well,
you go
Oh,
through?
should somebody sneak
this-
up, maybe?
Yeah, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, why don't you sneak up, see what it is, and then see if we should be partying or not.
I guess
Okay,
I'll go
fair
ahead
enough.
and move up.
Let me go ahead and move you to the map so you can take a look.
Wait, so am I going or is Pico going?
It's up to you guys. I'm just moving you to the map.
Well, I can flee faster.
Ah,
But she can sneak
Yeah.
better.
all right,
You
now
what?
Pico, go for it. He said that he can move faster. He has a point.
Okay. All right. So Pico, as you're traveling, you notice a spring of bright yellow water. Around it grows plants, trees, bushes, all of which have vivid yellow leaves. The ground is covered with yellow-stained dirt and grass, and terraced cliffs rise all around you.
Sounds disgusting. Do I see the source of the splashing? Does the water seem to be doing it?
Yeah,
or-
there seems to be something in the water. But I'm assuming you're basically back where everybody else is, so you haven't actually approached yet.
Yeah, I'm not going to go any further than this rock pile here.
Okay.
Is that a cave entrance back there?
A very shallow one. It doesn't go very far. You can see the end of it. And as you
Smell any-
as you
do we smell
begin,
anything?
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Do we smell anything?
You do. It smells like water and plants. It feels like it's like if you've ever been in an area where it's just cram-packed full. It's wet and it's cram-packed full of plants. That's what it smells like.
Okay, because like the yellow water and the yellow ground reminded me of Sulphur Springs, so I was wondering if we smelled sulfur.
It does not smell like sulfur, no, or
Okay.
sulfur. Yeah. Anyway, Pico, yeah, you're looking ahead. You're not seeing any big creatures or anything. There are some occasional birds and other things moving around, but at least from where you are, you're not seeing any big creatures. You do see that there's some sort of metallic debris near the shore, but you can't tell what it is from where you are.
I don't like this. How's Char reacting?
Um, yeah, Char's fine. He's just hanging out. To him, it's all normal. I'm assuming right now it's just Pico and Oreo, right? Not Ragu or anybody else.
Yeah, he said he wanted to go up first. We're ready to run up to help him if anything happens.
Okay, fair enough.
So yellow trees, yellow water. Does it look like toxic?
You're not getting that sense. The plants look healthy.
How tall are these cliffs?
The cliffs themselves are between 15 and 100 feet. So it's probably about 15 foot up to the next tier, and then the outside cliffs are probably about another 100 feet up.
I want to climb up onto this section.
Okay, you do so.
Okay, and I'll kind of get a closer look from a higher vantage here.
Okay, so yeah, you're looking from above, and the first thing you notice is the water is really deep. So much so that you can't see the bottom, but your estimate is that it's at least hundreds of feet deep. Um, and you do see movement in there. You see what looks like fish of some sort, and something far below looks vaguely like a lizard. It's the fish that's causing the splashing.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and back up over here and just call down. It's like, well, there are a bunch of fish splashing in there, but there's a really big lizard thing down below.
I have an oddball question, Jeremy.
Sure.
I can cast Detect Magic, and that allows me to see magical things glowing.
Right?
Can I cast it through Char?
No.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and ritual cast Detect Magic and then go on up with Pico.
Okay, that's fair. So you cast Detect Magic, and you're getting reading from a lot of the creatures inside. You see a whole bunch of shapes. Looks like most of them are fish. Some of them look like lizards. The lizards seem to be at the bottom of the lake. And that's enough to let you know that the lake is about 900 feet deep. Or the spring, I should say.
And is the water itself glowing magical, or just the creatures in
A
it?
little bit. It actually is glowing a bit. Yep.
Okay.
And it's paler, but the plants and the ground are also glowing, and the ground near the water is also glowing, but it's very very faint.
Okay.
And
the whole
actually, if
place
you've
is
gotten that close and you're on the ground, you would also notice that the ground is covered with near the shore is covered with debris, mostly kind of sticking out of the dirt, overgrown kind of thing. But you can see that some of the debris is metallic.
okay. I come back and I share that. The water and the creatures in it are very magical, and it's very deep, and there looks to be metal debris of some sort all around the outside edge there.
From here, do I have a better view of the debris?
Yeah, it actually looks like discs and coins and some broken machine or artifacts.
Discs. Yeah,
I'm gonna
maybe.
try and use Mage Hand to collect up a small assortment of things.
Okay, yeah, you use Mage Hand, and you're not sure why, but Mage Hand seems easier to control than normal. And so you're able to collect up the objects and return them pretty easily. You find 15 small little coin-shaped discs with a square in the center. You find two of the 1 foot in diameter by 1 inch or 1 inch thick discs, like you use to interact with the spire. And then you find some bits of artifacts that you can't make heads or tails of. And now that you've done that, since you've used magic in the area, you actually feel, and I guess this would happen for you too, Ragu. Actually, I forgot to mention it, but it had a soothing effect on you. You actually feel more relaxed.
I'm liking this.
Is anybody else coming up, or is it still just you two?
I reach into my pouch and I pull out an empty flask, and I kind of hold it up and wave it towards Pico because he's way up above me, right?
Yeah.
I just kind of wave it up there and look at him.
I'm not coming down for that. I just grab it from him.
Mage hand?
Yeah.
Okay, you grab
Yes,
it.
that's what I was hoping you would do. And then you can
I'm
mage
gonna go
hand it
ahead
over
and
to
dunk
the
it
water.
into the water.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you dunk it in the water and it comes out, and you get this yellow liquid in it.
Okay, here's your urine sample.
Okay. I'm going to take it and put the lid back on it. Since detect magic is still working, how does it look?
It's glowing a little bit.
Okay.
All right, what's everybody else doing?
Well, I'm still not sure about the lizard creature, but the rest of the stuff seems safe enough, and I found 2 of the discs we need.
Excellent. We were only 1 short
Great.
before. Now we have 1 extra.
Okay, so who else is coming up, if anybody?
Sure, I'll move up.
Yeah, I'll go up as well.
All right, so Galen and Ire and Devok as well, actually. As you approach, you get the sense of calmness, and you get the sense that this was once a holy place, if it still isn't. And Galen and Ire, you can roll your d8s.
All right.
Okay.
Ah,
All right. Galen, your memory didn't fully surface, although it seems like your memories are a little bit freer than before. So, unlike normal, you actually get there's a little bit of a memory kind of trickling in, and it's fuzzy, but you have an image of priests or something or people bathing in the water.
huh. Okay.
And that's because you rolled a 7, and in this particular area, a 7 or 8 is good enough.
Got it. Well, good to know. I'll tell everybody what I saw.
Oreo, I see you're still hanging back. Are you moving forward, or are you staying back there?
Sure, I'll move up.
Okay.
You said they were people bathed in this?
Yeah, they were
we're
like
free.
bathing
Go
and
for a
cleaning
swim.
themselves. I think I'm gonna try it.
Let's go for a swim.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Galen, you're taking a dip.
I get my rope ready.
Go ahead and dive on.
All right. Galen, I don't see your figure. Do you not have it on here?
I have it here.
Oh, okay. All right. So,
You did say this was really deep water, right?
yes.
Okay.
So,
I'll be fine.
Devok and Ire and Devok and Pico are bathing, and Galen, you said you're going in,
Yeah.
and Ire. Well, I guess you would have to be able to do this stuff. Okay, so that's fine. So Ire does as well. So whoever is bathing, you feel this sense. It's a very soothing experience, and you this kind of a new experience or new awareness opens up. And in game terms, this you get the sense that be able to act quicker and with greater with greater confidence. So whoever is bathing gains a +2 to their initiative permanently.
Oh,
Whoa.
You can do that by going to your character sheet and under options you can scroll down and you can find the initiative modifier and the attribute options near the middle, and you can just put a 2 where it says initiative modifier.
Okay.
Right. After I made sure that that's safe there because I had my rope ready if I had to fish them out,
Yep.
I do want to get in there as well. But because of my War Mage feat, I already have a +2. Do I just turn that into a 4?
Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you bathe for a while, and you notice that at least when you're on the surface, you obviously don't know what's going to happen if you try to dive, but at least on the surface, you notice that the fish and the creatures below seem to be leaving you alone. However, you do see some of the fish up close, and you realize that some of the fish have these strange metal wires sticking out of them. Um, and some of them have other bits. Like one of them has what looks like a small hemispherical piece of metal attached to it. Another one has a bunch of metal wires sticking out of it, except that these wires are able to move. One of them seems to have a metal tail that seems to move back and forth in a rigid fashion and that kind of thing.
Hmm. Uh,
All right, so what are you guys going to do?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Oreo, did you bathe as well, or is it just everybody else?
Yeah, no, she didn't go in.
She didn't go in. Okay.
Believe it or not, the water's actually fine.
Your mic's not on?
Believe it or not, the water's actually fine.
I'm good. I'm gonna chill on this side.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Even Char kind of gets in and splashes around near the top. I don't know what to do to him.
Fair enough. Currently, he's attached to your initiative, but if we ever decide to move him to his own, he'll get his +2.
Okay.
Well, we probably don't want to be hanging out here forever. We do still have more exploring to do.
Yar.
All right.
But climb back out. Is there anything interesting about the trees?
They look rather healthy, but the leaves are a very bright yellow, and there's fruit growing from them. Basically spherical fruit, maybe half a foot across, and the fruit is also bright yellow.
I can botany and you can do your examining.
Actually, why don't you detect magic on these things?
Oh yeah, is my detect magic still working?
Yeah,
10 minutes.
the fruit has a very slight. Sorry about that. A very slight amount of magic.
Okay.
Anything
Yeah.
potentially negative?
It's hard to tell. He just notices there's magic. It doesn't seem inherently negative, but that doesn't necessarily mean it isn't.
Well, I'll go ahead and purify this thing, and then after I've done that, I'll go ahead and give it a taste.
You go to bite into it, and it seems to have some sort of relatively hard skin. So you bite into it, and your teeth don't make much of a dent.
All right. From here on out, if I'm going to be eating produce type stuff, I'm going to cut it open first.
Okay.
I will use a knife, or a dark dagger rather. Try to cut it open.
Okay. You have to saw at it a bit, but you do manage to cut it open, and it's definitely juicy, but also sour. Basically, it's like a large lemon.
Anybody bring any sugar? Oh, wait a minute. I've got some. Prestidigitate some sweetness into it.
Okay.
All right, Ire. I think I've got that pina colada. At least part of it.
I'll go ahead and take the time to look around the shore to see if there's any more of those large discs.
You do so, but you look around, but you don't spot any. It looks like Pico had already spotted them all.
All right.
Oreo, do you want to
Is
check
there-
out this fruit?
You're bringing some over, right? Then I'll check it out then.
I'll go ahead and grab some extras and bring them over.
All right. So yeah, Oreo, you're looking at it, and it looks like fruit. You want to go ahead and make um, a skill
Does
roll?
it, I don't. What kind of skill do I need? I mean, he's already foraged it for me, so
Yeah,
I don't.
the foraging, because the foraging basically you're looking for food and stuff that looks like it would be edible. So I guess you can go ahead and use that to see if you think it's edible,
That's.
if you
I
want.
don't know. Like, it's fine. No, I don't need to. I don't need to make it. It's all good.
Okay.
I was gonna say I can use my botany on it to see if that helps give us any details.
If you want.
Eh, we could name it a yellow.
Yeah, you're looking at it, and it seems to be slightly acidic, and it is definitely has kind of a sour taste to it, but seems safe enough.
Right. Going down to the basics of botany, vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and stuff like that. Taking what I know of those funny bent yellow sweet fruits from the Oasis and the sour fruits, do they balance out nutritionally?
Mm,
Like those bent fruits, only gave us things like potassium, but didn't have enough nutrients in them to make it actually something to subsist on. Only something
yeah, I
to
don't think so. I mean, these have different aspects, but they definitely
yeah.
don't cover your whole diet.
Well, that's what I was getting at, and so you know, with this sour fruit and the sweet fruit from the Oasis combine,
I would say
it's kind of like
it could probably give you like 3/4 of your diet, but you'd still need to supplement it.
okay, but okay, we're finding nutritional values of these things. It's like kind of like seafarers want to have a little bit of lime or lemon juice in order to stave off scurvy, but that's not their entire diet. And then
Right,
you got
exactly.
bananas, potassium, and that helps with muscles and stuff. But again, it's not the full diet. But putting them together makes it much easier to survive.
Yep. Alrighty. So what are you gonna do from there?
Well, unless we. Uh, actually, you did mention that that little cave thing was tiny. Maybe I'll take a quick peek over there.
Yeah, like I said, it is not very deep. You can see that there's evidence that there's some sort of small rodent-style and rodent-sized animals that live in there, but they don't seem to want to bother you.
Well, I'll leave those alone then. Well, actually, if I can see one, that might be a good thing to catalog.
Okay.
Yeah, just take some time to document everything we found here.
All right. All right. You do so.
Well, I guess with that in mind, is there anything else we think we can do here, or should we go ahead and continue to move on? We still have a half day's travel ahead of us.
We can probably be moving on from here. We'll have to remember this place. It might be another place for a good, strong rest.
Okay.
That's true.
I'll go ahead and move you back to the map. Here we go. Come on. And I will also go ahead and move the marker there so you know where this is. Alrighty, so yep. See, you. This is you moved one hex, so yeah. Go ahead and continue.
All right. Since it looks like we're getting to the edge of the mountain range, we want to go north and kind of explore the structures we're seeing there, or go northeast a little more.
Uh, shall we check out the structures?
We can try north.
What was that?
Yeah, we can go. I'd like to go north. Check out these.
All right, north it is then.
Okay, as you head north, you notice that the large spire structures and the terrace terrain with the lots of cliffs, it becomes more and more the norm. But as you're moving along, you can see um, near one of these spires is what looks like an overgrown area with stepped stone, worked stone area, a lot like a quarry. So I'm going to go ahead and move you to that so you can see that. So here we go. So yeah, you see what looks like a query for, or something of that nature for some sort of smooth stone. You can also see that it's obviously old and overgrown. You can see rubble. You can see trees. The stone that's obviously hand carved. Parts of it have kind of the trees have broken through over many years, and you see water at the bottom. But you also see things swimming in the water, and you see massive frog-like creatures. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom that up so you can kind of get a better view.
The arm gives a good perspective there.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a tongue.
No, that's an arm. We know how big those are now. Yeah.
So, what are you guys going to do?
This doesn't look like something that's good for anything other than getting into trouble.
I agree.
One thing you do notice, Pico, with your passive perception is that you can see in the water there's some rubble, and you can see the head of what looks like a small statue poking out. And you also notice in the water, floating or at the bottom, is a malachite rod, which is basically an opaque green crystal.
All right, so it looks like there is some stuff there. Do we want to go ahead and risk getting into trouble, find out how tough these things are? Worked so well last
If you
time.
can just grab them with your magic hand before they even notice.
I don't know about that. I'd have to get a lot closer than I am right now to do that.
Let's see here.
And where's the rod?
It's probably about here.
Yeah, so I'd have to
About
get as
where?
close
I
to
didn't
them
see
as
that.
the rod would be to me.
About here, near this
Can
tree.
I
I'm not
try and stealth my
Oh,
way
okay,
there?
right there.
Sure.
I will
Actually,
start making my trek on this side and stealth.
All right, let me check some. Go ahead and make your stealth check while I check some passives here.
I'm thinking maybe if you get behind this tree, you can do it.
I'm already gone, so yeah, you're not
Yeah, it
telling me
should be.
anything.
No. I was telling Pico about his mage hand, but I know you're sneaking off already. Maybe you can get it before that.
Okay, yep. All right, so you managed to stealth around. They don't seem to notice you. So where are you
I'm
going to
gonna
go
keep
from there?
going through that and keep using the trees or bushes or whatever they are to kind of use that as cover.
Okay.
Do I need to make another roll? Do I keep going?
Yeah, you can keep going.
I will go through this side
All right.
further up or further
So you're
down,
going to
I
go
guess. I
behind the
don't know.
trees. Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So these are
And
basically
then
steps. So each step is probably about 5 feet. So you basically kind of have to, kind of vault over it or crawl down it, that kind of thing.
when I get to this tree in particular, I want to start. Well, If there's anything loose, not
Well, actually,
necessarily anything that I can.
before you do that, now that you're this close, there's something you notice under the water. Like I remember, I said there were things under the water, but you couldn't tell what they are. Well, now you can.
Got it.
So that informs your decision. So go ahead. What are you doing?
Well, how? That's where I can see, and they don't see me yet.
No, because of your successful stealth versus their passive perception.
Um, do I see the what was it
You
that
do
was
the
sticking?
malachite rod, and there's also a small statue. It's right here. So what happens if you're going to go in and grab stuff from the water? At that point, you'll have
Mm-hmm.
to make another stealth check because it's changing the conditions. You're actually trying to get stuff out of there.
Okay, so is it still gonna be considered tailing? Because what I was curious here, this is the only thing I was thinking of doing. Um, using anything that's loose or anything I can grab from the ground that can help with camouflage. I wanted to kind of do that slightly to myself before getting to the edge, and then using that as a bonus. I mean, granted, both of them are the same bonus, but my
Yeah,
point is
that's fine.
trying to use that as an additional cover.
Okay, that's fine. I guess I'll go ahead and give you advantage from that since there's lots of plants and stuff around.
Okay, so I want to approach here, seeing that, and then do my stealth check
Yep,
at advantage.
yep. Okay, so yeah, you go and you grab the things, the rod and the small statue. You notice one of the crocodile-like creatures spins its head around, and then it seems to look almost like it's looking towards you, and then it goes back and swims away.
I will take the same path quietly back through the edge, and then make the long journey back.
All right, so you've made it back. You have a small polished. It's like stone, but it's very smooth and it's completely white, and it's more reflective than you expect stone to be. It's also very light. And the malachite rod, you notice that it's a rod about a foot and a half long, maybe 4 inches in diameter, and it's covered in grooves all around it. Small little grooves that are kind of hard to see actually, and it's packed full of these grooves.
I share the fact that there are very nasty creatures under the water, but here's the stuff that they were able to spot from afar.
Nice work.
Alrighty. So, is there anything else you do here?
Well, unless we want to donate some limbs, maybe it would be better to leave.
Fair enough. Alrighty, so let me move back. And I will go ahead and place that on the map now. Alright, yep, you should see it now. Alright, so I'm assuming you guys are going to camp out. So I will. I guess. Oh, I guess I can't advance the day yet because you'll still be night. So we'll deal with that next time. And I think we'll probably call the session there.
Examining that rod, just little, those little.
Go ahead, Regu. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, I said examining that rod. Is there any reason for those little notches? They're meaning
Well,
for
there's
them?
obviously a reason for it because it seems to be patterns, and it seems to be packed full of those things. It looks very, very deliberate.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then treasure, you get 1, 2, 3. Dang it, I hate when it does that. And then exploration, you get 1, 2, 3. All right. Oreo, I don't remember you missing, right?
Yeah, I missed more than twice.
Oh,
I
okay.
missed
Sorry about that.
con saves and
Oh, that's
what
right.
was it?
So,
Wisdom save at the very beginning too.
yep. And Pico, I think that's the same for you, right?
Oh yeah, just in con rolls alone,
And then Ragu, I remember you.
charisma. I mean,
Yeah, I remember you missing. Devok missed. Galen, did you miss?
Um,
I think you missed once, or missed a
yeah,
save once.
I think I missed once, but not twice.
Yeah, I missed one con roll and one attack. Yeah.
Okay.
Number of times.
Alrighty, so this is what I have. So session 19. Oh, sorry, not quite. I totally did not add the numbers correctly because I forgot to add the total. Hold on. So that'd be 1100. Okay. So you get a total of 1100 experience points because you guys had a lot of encounters. So 500 experience points worth of encounters, and that includes encounters that you managed to avoid, like with stealth and whatnot. 300 experience points for exploration, and 300 experience points from all the treasure you got.
Does that include the treasure from last time?
Yeah, I spiked it with 50 to begin with.
Okay.